In the world of radio shock jocks, the biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
What happened to your socks?
I don't know what happened.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Fast on it now. His skin is completely black. Oh my God.
This is where entertainment is going.
Oh, is that backfiring? Oh my God. Oh, Roland's got a paddle. Oh my God, Roland's on him. Who saw this coming?
They are sick freaks.
1, 2, 3, go.
B-Rock is attempting.
Give us a thumbs up if you're all right.
Shut up! It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
What are you laughing at?
The music was a half second late in starting. I looked at Stan, and his finger just kind of pointed at E-Rock.
It's got to be queued up every day. Half a second. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. We got to jump right into this.
That's Mordag.
We're all getting settled in. And Tim, who does a lot of the engineering around here, he's setting up 1 million mics for the cast of Cloverfield. They're coming in.
Yeah.
And the movie continues to get good reviews.
Yeah.
Bunch of the papers today giving it 3 stars out of 4. Rotten Tomatoes in general giving it a very good review. And we got the cast coming in sometime this morning, so we're going to talk to them. So Tim's setting up the studio, and pretty much maybe a minute to 2 minutes before Ecstasy of Gold, at some of the stations here, he goes, by the way, looks at me and goes, by the way, there's a staff meeting at 9 o'clock today. Mandatory staff meeting at 9 o'clock today for all the employees of this radio station, K-Rock, that we broadcast from here in New York City.
Yep.
I go, oh, that's not good.
Oh, no.
And Tim's been here a long time. I go, Tim, in your humble opinion, what does that mean?
Yeah.
He goes, oh, that means something big is going down. So let the speculating begin. I go, Tim, you've been here a long time. Has there ever been a mandatory staff meeting where nothing has happened, where they just maybe go around the room and give everybody lollipops and say, hey, you guys have been doing such a great job for this radio station. We just wanted to hand out lollipops and pat you on the back today.
They might do that, right? You're like, hey, job well done. Just want to let everyone know that.
Hey, Tim, you're not going to get in trouble, are you? How many years have you been at this fine radio station, K-Rock?
21.
21 years.
21 years.
And when they have mandatory staff meetings, what usually happens?
Usually a major change in music or programming, but there was once where they just brought us all in to congratulate us on a job well done.
Well, that ain't happening.
You never know.
We got a long ways to go before we get that meeting. I mean, things are looking up around here, but so you think that means something big is happening?
Yeah, but I'm not worried.
Well, you shouldn't be.
Exactly.
You've dodged many changes over the years.
Here.
I think
and that's what he means by, he's not worrying.
No.
It means it's not going to affect me. I don't give a crap.
There was a major change happening, and I usually, for some reason, have like an idea. I would be afraid, but I'm not afraid today.
But a mandatory meeting for the entire staff.
New show coming in. Boozy bop.
No, what's really suspicious about the whole thing is that not one member of the Opie and Anthony show knew about this mandatory, quote, staff meeting.
No.
Until Tim told us about 5 minutes ago.
There was a couple K-Rock staff people who didn't know, too, because for some reason they weren't on the list.
Oh, there's wait. There's a list of who's to attend?
It's like 2 WXRK employees. That's who the email went out to.
Huh.
And not everybody made that list, and you guys could have been just missed.
Yeah,
aren't we subcontractors?
Yes, you are.
We are subcontractors, but we do talk to Tom on a regular basis. You know, maybe he would have said something.
Might have slipped his mind. He's got a lot to think about.
Well, let the speculating begin. But something's in the air. Huh?
Something's brewing.
What?
All good.
All good? Yeah. All right, get out of here, Tim.
Something's a brewing.
Right. In other radio news, really fast. It's a weird day for us, I guess. I'll start with the good news. The ratings for Buffalo and Rochester came in.
Ooh.
And by the way, good afternoon to Rochester. We barely acknowledged them. And after the ratings we got in Rochester, maybe we should start saying hi to Rochester.
Fantastic.
And acknowledging that people are actually listening to this crap in Rochester, New York.
Thank you, Rochester.
Rochester did very, very well in the ratings. Buffalo, everybody listening on the edge, we did very, very well in the ratings for Buffalo. That's the good news. The bad news, and it pains me to say this is our last day on WJFK in Washington.
Hi, Washington. Bye, Washington.
Our last day on WJFK, and we've been associated with WJFK for, I don't know, many, many years.
Yeah.
And it sucks, but quite frankly, there was no room for us.
Yeah.
Our show was just kind of thrown in the middle, like we're heard, I think, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, it's tape delayed and middays and yeah.
And when the junkies, feel like going late, like we feel like going late when we do our morning show, our show gets chopped up a bit, and then it has a hard ending at 1. So
in the middle of something, it'll just end.
And I'm not trying to make excuses. This is some of the things that the listeners down there have been bitching to me about. That the show will just all of a sudden be in the middle of something because the junkies go late, which is fine. They're a good show and they're doing very well in Washington, and it just sucks. But I don't know. I don't think we ever had a chance down there. They got a nice lineup. They got some good shows down there, and we were kind of squished in the middle of this whole thing. And I think we were expected to perform in that slot, which most radio guys know it's just almost impossible.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but
middays. It's called middays, like 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's just a tough listen because most people are busy, doing their work thing.
And for this type of radio, it's tough because, a lot of people put music on. Or
it's better to have music in the background in an office setting than like a talk show that you got to, pay attention to. So, it sucks. I lost a little sleep last night because, we've had a nice relationship with JFK over the years. So we say goodbye to them today after today's show. And now we move on to Anthony. How you doing today, Anthony?
Oh, I'm feeling okay. No, I'm feeling good.
Yeah?
Yeah, much better.
Everybody wants to know what happened to you yesterday.
I think it was the fact that I mowed down a crap load of chicken and rice right before I went to bed, and it came right up. And then my stomach did that thing where your legs feel like they're on fire and you're getting cold sweats, and you don't know what to do. You're spinning around on the toilet like a dog chasing his tail. You don't know which way to face. And I woke up when the alarm went off. I felt okay, and I stood up to go to the bathroom to get ready, and it just hit me again, all woozy and just rocketing out both ends. What are you going to do? It was awful.
You should have spun in a circle like a sparkler.
That's what I was doing, like one of those helicopters. So it was really bad. So I texted Steve. I tried calling Ope, but Ope is of the mindset, I'm not turning my phone on until I'm leaving for work.
No, I'll tell you what's going on with me. I got a secret phone that even my family doesn't have. Even my family doesn't have the number to.
Wow.
Only my chick. She's the only one that has the phone number. So if she's got some kind of issue, she could always get a hold of me. But for everybody else, they're out of luck.
Yeah.
I remember, like, we were supposed to sign contracts one night, and the paperwork was taking forever and ever and ever, and it was really important we signed this contract, extremely important.
Yeah.
And, it was time for bed. I got a set bedtime for the most part. And when the clock hits around 9:30, I'm done. Turn off all phones and tough S for everybody.
Incommunicado.
And one time that almost hurt us because there were contracts being faxed and emailed, and I'm just snoozing away while everyone's trying to get a hold of me, and all my phones are off.
Doom and gloom, Bob. We got to get a hold of him.
Yeah.
Is there anybody that could go over there?
What?
Can you call Kenny and he'll knock on the door?
I'm under the, if you're a family member and you got a little DWI or something crazy happens to you in the middle of the night, I'll find out about it in the morning. I don't need to be woken up in that horrific way at 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning.
You're the gimme the news in the morning guy.
Yeah, because for the most part, you can't save anybody anyway. You're just getting the news. So why not get the news after a really good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Because, you got to plan for funerals and all that stuff. You got to have your energy, and you got to be bushy-tailed. Wide awake and bushy-tailed. I mean, the worst is to wake up in the middle of the night and have no sleep and now deal with this horrific thing that is happening.
Big shocker.
Yeah, so
right at the moment.
So that's my philosophy.
Yeah, I like that.
So
there were rumors, though, that I took the day off so I could phone in as Sylvester Stallone.
You missed a great day.
That was a good one. I know. I was listening.
Well, the reason I say you missed a great day was because you could have done Bob Grant to Bob Grant.
I know.
By the way, when freaking Bob Grant yesterday asked Anthony to do his Bob Grant impression that he's heard wonderful things about.
Oh, no.
Jimmy and I were in a complete panic. We looked at each other, and Jimmy kind of gave me a look like I could do it. And he did his Bob Grant impression.
Yeah.
And Bob Grant seemed to like it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
He goes,
All right, Jimmy.
I can't do Bob Grant, but I've heard over the years that you could do Bob Grant. Let me hear your Bob Grant. And Jimmy and I are like, because I decided just F with the listeners yesterday. That's the answer, by the way, because everyone was wondering. I like effing with the listeners. That's right.
And then there was
Anthony wasn't here, and we decided not even to acknowledge it.
Didn't acknowledge it. And then rumors started popping up on the message boards and Pal Talk, and Baby Girl's a big liar. She starts trouble and said that I was suspended for 30 days.
Nice.
And that people believed it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say why I was suspended. And then people speculated as to why I was suspended. I said something racist was one of the things.
Yeah.
But, who's in my house to hear that?
Well, after the show, I went into Tom's office, and he was in the middle of a very important phone call. It makes a little more sense now. Something's definitely going on.
Uh-oh.
And all of a sudden he gets off the phone for a second and he goes, you guys did, well today. I'm like, thanks. He goes, but why didn't you mention Anthony at all this morning? I go, because that's what I do. And I go, have a nice day. And we walked out.
That's what I do.
But Jimmy did his Bob Grant, and Bob Grant believed it. And then you could have done freaking, Rocky for Rocky. We had Sylvester Stallone on the phone.
I heard him on the phone. That was and
you could have interviewed
cool.
Sylvester Stallone as Sylvester Stallone.
Maybe bring up one of the old bits.
I wanted
about the glass top table with Mickey underneath it.
Which we used to get away with.
Yes,
the
we
things
did.
We used to get away with.
Oh, boy. yeah. Click.
Yeah.
It heard click.
That's okay, though.
He was cool, though, man. He was real. I was like really surprised at how conversational he was, but then like, well, he's Stallone. He's talked to a million. What am I, an idiot?
Yeah, that's just it. It's not like one-word answers from him. He knows how to do an interview, you know? And what did he say about Rambo? He's very excited about it, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really psyched about it.
Yeah.
And he said the studio didn't want to do Rocky. It was cool. We talked about Copland, and it was interesting because he said that, because I love Copland. Everyone loves him in that. Everyone. And he goes, that one really hurt me because, and he was just saying how like it changed his image. I wish I would have known the movies he did right after, because I think it was probably them that hurt him and not Copland.
You know what's so weird about that? You would think nothing would hurt Sylvester Stallone's image.
Wow, he said that hurt him?
He said that hurt me.
Because everyone, people didn't want to see him out of shape and fat and stuff like that.
But it was like the most critically acclaimed performance he's ever done.
But he said as far as getting other roles, it just hurt him.
Wow.
Because I think moviegoers in general want to look at him as a super hero.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was very interesting when he said that.
I'll bet he didn't get right after that any good scripts that would have followed up in that vein.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was probably the problem. And then if he got a couple of crappy scripts, then maybe it hurt him because they didn't do well at the box office because no one said they were good. I don't know, but I mean, he was so good in that, man.
Yeah, really.
Hey, this is going to be funny for a few people. I guess for the rest of America, Bob Grant is a radio legend. We talked to him yesterday because he got
you got it.
He got effed by this trade magazine called Radio and Records.
It's ridiculous.
So we had a little interview with the guy. He's definitely been an influence in all of our careers, and we have no problem admitting that. And here's Bob Grant asking Anthony, who was not here yesterday, to do his very famous Bob Grant impression. This is how it went down yesterday.
Now, before I do leave, I want to hear Anthony do his famous imitation.
All right, Anthony with the famous Bob Grant.
Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Get off my phone! Forging ahead.
Hey, you know, that's so good. It's that you could go around using that voice, saying things, and I'd get blamed.
Oh, God, that was terrible.
Hey,
forging ahead.
It sounded like Jim saying forging ahead.
Yes. To take you inside that clip when he goes, I want to hear that.
Oh, that's funny.
You hear me say something like, all right, here we go. I was ready to do it. I'm like, oh, God. And then I saw Jimmy like, I think I can do it. I'm like, all right. We had this whole thing going on in that 2 or 3 second period, and Jimmy went with it. We did a whole interview with him, and he had no idea that Anthony wasn't here. So.
Yes.
Bob Grant that was another thrill yesterday. Was talking to him, man.
Yeah.
So, just a funny,
legendary
cranky dude. He's the greatest
radio personality. Yes, and curmudgeon.
All right, so Ant's feeling better.
Yeah.
There's a huge staff meeting here in New York City for this radio station.
Are we going to find out what this is about before 9?
When our cards don't swipe tomorrow morning.
Well, tomorrow's Saturday.
Well. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do come in here to do
Oh, yeah, we
prep.
We do shows for each other on the weekends.
Just sit here.
Keep in practice.
Well, Tom usually says hi after the first break, so we'll all just stare at the door when we go to commercial.
Yeah.
And see if he actually comes in.
If he comes in, says something.
If he doesn't come in, that says a lot.
That'll be bad.
So I wouldn't go anywhere today.
Perhaps a phone call to his office might be needed.
Yeah. We'll, all right, we'll get to the bottom of that. We got lots to do today, by the way. Bin Laden's son wants peace.
And then you read what he's saying, and
this is just the quick headlines. The tiger attack.
Yeah.
One of the victims admitting that they may have taunted the tiger, but the story is unbelievable.
The tiger ruled.
Absolutely.
Oof.
And we'll get into the Pats a little bit and what Randy Moss did to that girl. Allegedly.
Well, I don't know what the hell the story is. They're not getting into details, but ow.
I'm hearing they're calling in a scaffolding company to rebuild the girl. I'll give you the details in just a bit. And other things. Other things for the show. What? Oh, yeah. Well, we said that. Yeah, the cast of Cloverfield, the main people from Cloverfield will be in here today as well. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, good morning. Opie and Anthony
Morning.
with ya. TGIF. Well, here's the Tom update. He didn't come in to say hi.
No. We didn't hear from Tom. He didn't come in. He always comes in during that first break to say, hi, boys. How you doing? Hi, Jim. We make fun of his tie.
Hands over tea to the sick people.
Right.
I hope right now he's pulled over and changing a tire and having water splashed all over his $2,500 coat. Just muttering curses under his breath and didn't hear me say that.
Well, there's something going on. I just hope we're not the brunt of the joke in the end. Because for some reason, we weren't told about a big staff meeting that's happening at 9 o'clock here in New York City for this radio station we broadcast from.
Yeah.
Would we show up to it, though? Of course not. We would never go.
Mandatory meeting, yeah. Yeah.
It's mandatory.
Mandatory?
Let's say we can't. We're busy.
We were invited to the last mandatory meeting. Let's just put it that way.
It's not that I don't want to hear about the sales, because a lot of times Tom will come in and talk about the future, and it really.
Well, maybe our invite got lost in the mail.
Yeah, it could happen.
So we'll keep you updated. We'll let you know if Tom comes in today. Comes into our studio today. I'm sure he's here. Down the hall.
Yeah.
Hiding behind his desk.
He doesn't want to come in here and tell us what's going on?
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
He's in the fetal position behind his desk. Oh, no.
Maybe
I hate days like this.
Maybe compromising photos of Tom have surfaced on the net.
Oh. Well, and we're not supposed to talk about him?
Yeah.
Well,
sexy.
From his younger, wilder days in the 70s.
Let the search begin, because we just might need those pictures at this point. Phone number 877-212-ONA. A bunch of people thought that you might have had the Ebonic Plague.
The Ebonic Plague.
Yeah, I had a little
a faux pas?
Little faux pas yesterday. I had a great rant, and then I effed it up by saying Ebonic Plague.
The Ebonic Plague, that's classic.
Which kind of made sense, because I was also talking about Obama, so it sort of worked out in my favor.
Oh, okay. Got to watch what you're saying.
No, the reason, I'll say it again, the reason I want Barack Obama to be the next president of the United States is because I want stuff to happen during my lifetime. That's it. Because nothing changes. Yeah. And if you think a black president's going to change things, you're insane. You're completely insane.
Not technically, but socially.
I just want to see what that would mean. I just want to see.
Oh, you do, huh?
I want to see the protests. I want to see everything that comes with having a black president. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I want stuff to happen in my lifetime. We've had a lot of cool stuff happen in our lifetime.
Hell yeah.
A lot of interesting stuff. But I want more stuff.
More stuff.
And then I said I want another Ebonic Plague.
Ebonic.
Which messed up my whole rant.
Ebonic.
Which was going very well yesterday.
I know, and I'd actually rather have bubonic than Ebonic.
Yes.
Way to trip over that one. I have stuffed banana in my mouth.
Yes, you do. Thank you for that, by the way.
Well, we're heading toward the big football games over the weekend.
Yeah.
A lot of excitement. And we got your football news here on the Opie and Anthony Show. My favorite one. We got a couple things going on. Of course, we got the guy tattooing the Patriots helmet on his head.
Yeah, what the hell is that about? Why? How do you do that?
I don't know. We got the story.
Why?
There's a picture in today's paper where there's a Packers fan pointing disgustingly toward the head of a Giants fan, and the Giants fan's got the logo carved in his hair, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That goes away. That's easy.
Yeah.
To actually tattoo the whole helmet on your head.
Dope.
And then, of course, I think we got an update on the man that taped the Packers jersey to his son.
Yep.
You know what that's about, right?
Oh, yeah.
His son's not a Packer fan, and his son is not a sports fan. Daddy's trying to turn somebody around, if you know what I mean.
We could be a Packers fan.
Well, maybe he is a Packers fan, right? Well, my favorite football news story today is Randy Moss.
Yeah.
There is something going on with Randy Moss.
Something happened.
And this girl. Here's the story.
In New England, a lawyer for Randy Moss says the Florida woman who claims he beat her up may have gotten hurt during sex. Joseph Friedberg says she only received a minor injury while the two were fooling around. He says the two had an intimate relationship. Friedberg says her lawyer called Moss's agent and demanded $500,000 for the injury, or she would go public.
What's the injury?
Oh, nice.
That's the story, huh?
She got hurt during sex.
Ow.
What's that?
Well, let's just say maybe it was similar to, you ever do a load of laundry and you have your white socks and you put it in with a red shirt, and the only thing that comes out of the washer is a red shirt and a bunch of pink socks. It's so annoying when that happens.
Is that great? No one likes a pink sock.
No, not when they were, was nice. You a white sock like that. You put it in with a shirt, and it's just a mess when you're done.
Well, when it's your pink sock, like
yeah,
it's almost like if it's your sock. If you're pulling someone else's sock out of the dryer, it doesn't matter.
Right? Who cares?
It's theirs.
It's theirs. You just don't want your socks to be pink. No.
What is the injury? Do we know?
Silly.
I don't know.
What? We don't know the injury?
No, I didn't know where you were going with that.
Oh, God, Jimmy.
I swear to God.
Have another cup of coffee.
No.
I was like,
T-shirt.
I cursed that pink sock. I curse it, I do. By the way, Ken and PA, going back to Barack Obama, and this has been coming up every time I say I want Obama to be the president of the United States. Besides my dumb theory, I don't give a crap who the president of the United States is. I'm one of those guys.
Yeah.
I'm from that school because I just feel like nothing really ever changes significantly, no matter who's in there. And it's just a bunch of nonsense. It really is. But he writes, Barack Obama doesn't stand for free speech. Did you forget about Imus already? Now, Barack Obama was against Imus and the happy. You can't say that, right?
Yeah, but it's yes.
You can't say that, right?
No.
You can't say that, Jimmy.
No.
So I got to back up a little bit, I guess. So yeah, Barack Obama doesn't stand for free speech. Did you forget about Imus already? Now, he was against Imus and what Imus said. But here's the thing: all the candidates were against what Imus said. Every single one of them.
McCain McCain and Giuliani, the two Republicans,
yes,
both said, well, he apologized, let's move on.
Yeah.
Right, they were a little better about the whole thing. Yes.
And a man in my position. He looks just like him.
Yeah.
Sorry, distracted.
Jack Waltz.
Oh, yeah.
But that's the guys who were the most forgiving about the verbal screw up were both conservatives who are typically considered the worst with free speech.
Yeah.
Not in this day and age.
All right, if Obama is elected, I want a trade-off, though. Can we go back to movies and TVs having white presidents? Can we just do that if he's elected?
Yeah, I guess we could.
Because
we could get that done, right?
Every movie and TV show now, it's like, hey, here's the president. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Oh, no. Bobby Fischer died. God damn it.
Bobby Fischer's dead. Checkmate.
Breaking news. Yeah, checkmate for Bobby Fischer.
Well.
Was he sick, Jimmy?
I don't know.
I think the government got to him.
Oh,
wasn't he saying some crazy stuff?
Well, he was.
Jimmy, wasn't he saying crazy stuff about the government?
Jimmy's heroes.
Yeah, man, he was. He's crazy. Bobby was nuts. He was in, I believe, Reykjavik, Iceland, because the U.S. wanted him, and
yeah, he went over to like Russia without.
He wouldn't get like dental fillings. He never wanted something in his head that was metal or whatever. He was
maybe he was right.
Epic proportions.
That was great.
What did he die of?
Don't know, man.
No one knows.
I just saw the flash. I was like,
yeah, all right. Well,
chess game with the Grim Reaper. Just sitting
I
there.
guess God needed a chess player. God was lonely just sitting next to that chessboard, and he needed someone to play with.
Yeah.
64. He wasn't that old, man.
Right. Wait till you see that cartoon. It'll be Jesus or some kind of angel playing chess with Bobby Fischer.
Checkmate.
And there'll be clouds all around in the cartoon.
They always do that.
And there'll be Jews standing there booing him. What a self-hating Jew Bobby was. Yeah, look him up on YouTube, the way he talked about the Jews. He was a nut.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's find out about Randy Moss. So, from the Boston Herald, I believe, the Florida woman charging Patriots star Randy Moss with battery says he offered hush money to cover up degrading conduct that caused her serious injury.
Oh, degrading conduct, serious injury.
But his lawyer says it was consensual horseplay that resulted...
Horseplay? Uh-oh. Is it like that video from Oregon?
All right.
Seattle, you goose.
Seattle? Oh.
Yes.
And there's a place in Oregon, too, I think.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I got to get a sound clip ready. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh, boy, is this going to get a laugh. Not the sound clip, what I'm about to read.
Oh.
Where were okay? Randy Moss with battery says he offered all right conduct that caused her serious injury, but his lawyer says it was consensual horseplay that resulted in an injury to her finger.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Oh jeez! Oh jeepers!
Oh boy! Sounds like Randy decided that wasn't a good idea after all.
He might have moved quickly and
well said.
Right. Thank you.
Did you read this part about according to Freeberg?
You read whatever you want, Jimmy. This story is terrific.
This is wonderful. According to Freeberg, Moss helped Washington put ice on her finger before leaving her condo an hour later. The wonderful ice on the old finger.
What else?
And Purell on it.
What could possibly happen? How do you injure a finger during sex besides the one we're all thinking?
The obvious.
Somebody grabbed her hand.
Maybe
and
maybe okay. Maybe. Oh, wow. Anything else in this article, Jimmy, from the Herald?
She suffered physical and mental harm.
See, if there was a degrading conduct, I don't know if that just is hurting your finger during regular sex. Or...
Well, that was the only part that got hurt. Like,
yeah.
And there's a lot of people saying that this woman is possibly a gold digger.
Really?
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So,
God.
that is
what you got to get through before you get to gold. A lot of dirt.
Oh, no.
Okay. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much the bullet points on that.
That's hilarious.
So, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. And then, of course,
she'll be in court, and they'll say, "Do you have any evidence?" And she'll just walk over to the jury and hold her finger under everybody's nose.
And then, in more...
Juror Sanchez, how do you vote?
And he'll have to get his checkbook out as she walks down the line, and she sees all the jurors' heads recoiling, like, oh yeah, no. They'll have to do forensic work under the nail. All right.
What the hell did he do to the finger? $500,000 for an injured finger during sex?
I think it has to do with the degradation more so than the injured finger.
Well, she wants $500,000 and her ring back.
Scrub.
I think that did it. An hour later. No, it didn't.
Scrub.
For the rest of her life, she'll be eating sandwiches lefty, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Scrub. Who knows? We'll find out more, I'm sure, as the days go on here. In other football news.
She left crying, looking like she just went to work on an oil rig.
Scrub. All right.
While most displays of fan loyalty have been humorous, 36-year-old dad Matthew Kowald crossed the line when his 7-year-old son refused to wear the Packers jersey for last Saturday's game. He held the boy down for an hour and eventually taped the jersey onto him. Kowald was fined and cited for disorderly conduct. By the way, that man's wife ordered a restraining order against him since then.
Looks like the boy likes the other team.
Yeah, he's not playing. He's not rooting for the same team as his dad.
You know what that's about, like we said.
Yeah, maybe he likes. There
are a lot of dads out there hoping for,
Yeah,
but they get and that doesn't sit well with that.
Yeah, he'd rather have his kid wear the jersey than perhaps someday come home with a broken finger and a lawsuit.
So
who knows? You may have cuffed her. Randy wants to have cuffed her. Like a lot of times when if you're degrading someone, if you're dominating them, and you hold their hands behind their back, you could have screwed her finger. Who knows?
Yeah,
it's obviously
something like that.
It's obviously not worth.
Doesn't necessarily have to be.
Yeah, well, we're joking about it. It's got to be
just a lot more fun that way.
Yeah, that's boring, Jimmy.
No, not really.
No, I mean you can't make as many jokes.
Oh, absolutely. It'd be better if her wrist was the problem, because then you'd know that Randy was experienced.
Yeah. By the way, hotel rooms in Green Bay for this weekend's game.
Yeah.
Like crappy hotels that you could get for less than $100 a night are going for $549 a night.
That's nice.
God, creeps people out.
I hate when that happens, where the
price gouging.
Yeah, where the businesses take advantage. And they only have like 4,500 hotels in Green Bay. They're all taken, and they're all just like triple the normal price in general.
How can they justify doing that? Like,
just raising the rates to whatever they want. I guess they can.
Supply and demand, my friend.
Oh, yeah.
The backbone of capitalism. Mm-hmm.
God, just to rate people like that who want to go watch a football game. Ugh.
Yeah, there is supply and demand, and then there's just extreme extorting money from people. Ridiculous.
All right, let's say hi to Shane in Philly. Shane, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
I was wondering if maybe her shirt got caught on the doorknob as she was walking out with her finger in
Good morning to all the linger-longerers.
Randy went to her house with a head injury.
Yeah.
And she said she was checking for spinal damage.
Hey, that's a linger-longer right there.
Yes, of course.
A shorter linger-longer, but it was. And one more football news story.
Meet Victor Thompson. Yep, he's such a fan of the NFL team. He got their logo tattooed on his head.
Yes, I meant 4,500 rooms. Give me a break. It's early, Kevin. Come on. Kevin in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah, 4,500 hotels.
Everyone knew what I meant.
Yeah.
Meet Victor Thompson. Yep, he's such a fan of the NFL team. He got their logo tattooed on his head. What? Yep, not kidding. Thompson says he plans to get every bit of the helmet down to the smallest details. And if the Patriots win the Super Bowl, God help us. Thompson says he's going to add the Lombardi Trophy to his tattoo along with the years the team won it. Victor, you got a lot of guts, man.
What a fool.
That's crazy. That looks
painful.
Yeah, it does look painful.
You got a lot of guts, man.
Well, did you hear my favorite was the squawk after they announced the tattoo? What? Looks like Bob Kelly's head in this photo.
Certainly does. Big fat
lunkhead.
And the guy doesn't have a lot of guts. He's got an ugly mug, an ugly skull, so he's doing something with it.
And he wants attention.
Yeah, he's probably fine with himself, and that's that.
Pretty good tat.
Damn good
Good
tat.
logo.
Yeah.
At least it's not a cheesy, like, prison-looking tat or something.
Yeah, but to get the whole helmet on your head, he'll be like
crazy.
the NFL helmet head guy for a while, and then he'll just have to realize, who's going to ever sleep with me again?
Is he going to put the face mask on, too?
Yeah, but
I hope so.
He could be,
that'd be
but he
good.
could be putting it on in such a way where the hair will just, cover up the whole thing.
Yeah, but then he goes bald, and he just kind of has like a star in the middle of his head. He looks ridiculous.
How funny would it be if, like, the Patriots, like, joined some like, gay football league? And you're stuck with the helmet on your head. All right, a little far-fetched.
Yeah,
what can I tell you? Okay. Moving on to other things. Still distracted because is Tom in the building? You don't have to look. I think because we're all scared to actually go down the hall and look. But he's usually in here by now saying hi to everybody. We know there's a mandatory staff meeting for everybody that works at this radio station at 9 o'clock. We weren't invited.
No.
Which scares me a little bit. And Tim admitted to us that that usually means something big is going
Something's going down.
So let the speculating begin.
Yep.
Excuse my interruption. That tough son of a bitch is getting his head tattooed. They're showing it like on video.
Ow.
He is getting the guy's drilling a tattoo needle into, like, the guy's laying on his side, getting the side of his skull tattooed, and he's not crying or screaming.
That's gotta just, not only the pain of the needle, but people kind of like that when they get tats, but the vibration in your skull would have to give you a headache.
And they wipe. I don't know how people get tattoos, because they wipe. I would always be afraid it was smearing, even though it's going way into your
it's
skin.
going in there, yeah.
Yeah, that's just the extra that's on the outside.
In your head. That whole time.
I would hate that.
No tats there, Jimmy?
No, never.
Don't have any?
My dad doesn't have any. No, he's got a Marine Corps bulldog on his arm, and that's it.
Well, that's a tat.
Well, no, I'm saying only one, though. The Nortons are not a tattooed clan.
Ooh, I see Tom.
Oh, there he is. Okay.
You want us to take a break? What is that? The sign of the cross? What are you doing?
Oh, jeez. He's making the sign of the cross.
Is that the sign of the cross?
Is everything?
Oh, no. Tom's just kind of...
Oh.
He's giving a thumbs up?
Thumbs up.
No?
For some reason.
Tom, you got everybody wondering, why weren't we invited to the big meeting today? Huh?
You're invited.
All right, good.
Invited.
We're invited. Is there going to be snacks and treats and things?
Absolutely.
Is it a catered meeting?
Huh?
I have lollipops in my office.
Is it a good meeting, a bad meeting?
It's a good meeting.
Oh.
For who?
Everyone will decide when it's over.
I love the way Tom talks. God, Tom, you should have gotten into politics.
And
you really should have.
And he's saying this off mic, by the way. He doesn't want to be too close to the mic.
He's unflappable.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's just.
I think that was a sign right there that you didn't want to be on mic today.
No.
Because you're very concerned about the broadcast, usually. Today you're like, I'll just talk from the corner of the room.
Good for the station.
It's a good. Everyone will decide.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not going to upset anybody's lives, and everyone will go on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everyone will go on.
Everyone will go on.
Are you retiring?
I have no comment on anything. I'm not.
Wow.
No, I'm not going to tell you Ed, that has anything
Yeah.
to do with anything to do with the meeting. It has nothing to. I'm not. I won't respond to anything about the meeting.
Okay.
All right.
He's Oliver North.
He's really good.
Yes.
Tom would make such a good politician. God.
Is this show safe for now?
I'm not going to answer questions.
Oh, no. He's not answering any questions.
Are we going to have to wear, like, cowboy hats?
That would be
when we
another- I will not
broadcast.
answer questions.
Lingy-lingy. So, like, what are those sombreros?
My brand muffins are getting cold. Can I go eat it?
Oh.
I'm not going to answer any questions.
Can you just say this? Can you just say this? What's the meeting about?
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. Can you answer this? Is that the last good morning we're going to have?
Good morning.
Oh, no.
What was that one?
Oh, no. All right. Go finish your
You
muffin.
have a warm bran muffin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ew. Where do you get it warm?
I heat it in the microwave.
Oh.
Oh, that's really.
Oh, now it's going to get hard, though, if you let it cool.
You can always reheat it.
Oh, yeah. Then they're really good.
Bran muffin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why the taps? What does that got to do with
What?
anything?
You told us to add more sounds to our show, so we figured we'd add more sounds to the show.
It could be relative. We
Yeah.
don't know.
We don't know.
You're not saying anything, so.
I ain't saying a word.
Hey, do you ever take psyllium husk?
Psyllium husk?
It's like Metamucil. Tom told me about Metamucil.
Right.
It's supposed to be good.
You're out of your mind.
I'm only
What
thinking
is that?
because he has bran muffin and Metamucil. I'm just thinking, it's amazing you make it into work.
No problem.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Tom.
We can't be there, though. You know that.
Should I say
I
adios?
set at 9 so that you could be there.
Oh, okay.
See, he never wants to acknowledge that we actually continue broadcasting after 9 o'clock.
Doesn't matter.
20 minutes.
We do a show and then we go play somewhere.
It'll be, it'll start promptly at 9 and end promptly at like 9:01.
Really?
Oh.
Is it a quickie?
Yeah, it should be a quickie.
Mm-hmm.
Are you all right?
I am more than fine.
I'm
just trying to get over my cold. That's all.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right. Go eat your warm bran muffin.
The big announcement is I'm going on vacation.
Ooh. Where you going?
Florida.
Nice. Okay.
For how long?
Looking at
A week. No.
retirement homes?
No way.
You're not going to retire. You couldn't retire to Florida.
No, yeah, I'm with you.
You can't.
No way.
Ratso Rizzo. Who wants to go there for the rest of your life?
I'm walking here.
Yeah.
Hey, impression.
The best is when he's on the bus. Hey, I wet myself.
All right, boys.
All right. Thank you, Tom.
So we're officially invited to the meeting. That's
Does anybody remember last year?
Yeah, exactly.
I hope that bran muffin right now is just like a brick.
It's just sitting there like a paperweight.
He'll try to cut it up like.
Oh, no.
That was
Oh,
nice.
yes.
Splashing water on me as I'm changing a flat tire.
Yeah, but
that was really nice.
I didn't mean it.
I said nothing but nice things.
I
about you.
didn't mean it.
That was Anthony doing his Jim Norton impression.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Tom. Knows it. What happened?
It was supposed to be something else.
Ah.
Let my people go.
All right. It's Opie and Anthony. Stay there. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hello.
Want to say hi to Steve in Indiana. Steve, what's up?
Yeah, I was just calling talk about your 9 o'clock meeting.
Yeah.
Wanted to be the first one to tell you your mom's box.
Oh boy. I want to hear that.
I hope that's not true.
Of course not. Please.
Thank you, Steve.
Don't need
Jimmy, what do you
that.
got? You were ranting during the break there.
Yeah, two things. What was really annoying me is Fat Chance NYPD, no fitness rules for cops.
Yeah.
This Americans with Disabilities Act, they frown on discrimination against obesity. All right, fine. But when it comes to being a cop, they test you when I think you're in the academy, but they can't test veteran officers. Like, how can, I don't know, you kind of need some sort of physical fitness to be an effective cop.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't they test? Are they afraid of being seen as discriminatory? How can they not have height and weight requirements for the police department?
Yeah, and you're not saying that these guys need to be ripped, but, you know, in some kind of shape. I guess there's a story here in New York, a cop that was 500 pounds?
500 pounds.
500 pounds.
And who's going to ride the car with that fat ass?
Ugh. Stopping every 5 minutes at a fast food joint.
Got to smell his lamb chop underarms. Big disaster crash. He probably drove a paddy wagon and just his whole fat body was in the back of it.
All cranky.
Well, how is he going to help a partner? If your partner's getting his ass kicked, trying to, I almost said make a collar and then realized it's not 1971. I'm not Serpico. But well, how are you going to help him?
Yeah, you can't, and you can't run. No, guy's not running anywhere to pursue anybody. You can't be an effective cop. No way.
What if there's a woman being raped in a stairwell? I mean, literally, how are you going to run up the steps?
Yeah, you can't.
And what's that about? Why don't they have...
it's very simple. It's the ADA, the American with Disabilities Act.
Yeah.
Is that people are so afraid of being seen as discriminatory. And, of course, obesity is a disability. It's not because of the way you behave. It's never your fault. It's just a disability. You're eating healthy and exercising and happen to be getting fat. You know, unlike everything else we're trying to exercise.
Just watch
not your fault.
Just watch a fat show on TV and you realize that being fat is not healthy on any level.
But to not have standards for a cop, if you're an office worker, that's one thing. But for a cop to not have physical fitness standards is it's laughable. And it's like, you know, you create something like the American with Disabilities Act to prevent discrimination, and it just gets used incorrectly.
Yeah, there's no reason that they have to keep the guy employed. You reach a certain weight, you're out. You're out. Or they give you time to lose it or something. You know, you can't just say that you're going to keep being a cop and be a big fat piece of crap. I've walked around the city and seen it. You ever do that occasionally? You just walk around, you see a cop and go like, oh my God, how... They shouldn't have to make uniforms that big. Thank you.
Bravo.
I want to plug this benefit.
No, you can't, Jimmy.
But it's not for me.
Yeah, but you can't do it.
For Mr. Kite?
No, actually, it's a very good it's a good one.
Yeah, it's for tickets are going on sale. It's called the Jerry Red Wilson Foundation Comedy Benefit. He was a comedian. He was a friend of a lot of ours. He died in 1998 of a spinal meningitis, and they do a benefit every year for him. So we're doing it Wednesday, March 5th at Town Hall here in New York City. This will sell out very quickly. Tickets go on sale this morning, 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster. It's myself, Dave Attell, Pete Corielli, Nick DiPaolo, Greg Fitzsimmons, Artie Lang, and Kevin Meaney.
Wow.
So that show...
I went to one of those like
sell out
2 or 3 years ago. It's a great show.
Yeah, there's great comics.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that because I'm on it, but, you know, it's...
And it's a great cause.
Absolutely. So March 5th here in New York City.
The comedians helping their own. That's a little strange.
I know. Well, comics are pretty good.
It's a little strange that you guys are actually helping.
You'd be surprised how good comics are.
Oh, they only come out when there's tragedy.
Yeah, comics always show up.
And the rest of the time, they're wishing that same tragedy on each other.
And making fun of it when it happens to anybody. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
But it's like the actors always come out, and like when they're trying to do benefits, they just bore everybody with, you know, speeches. Because actors are very gifted, but they can't go in front of a live audience and be entertaining. It's like De Niro. Every time he talks, God love him, he's a brilliant actor, but he's always awkwardly holding a paper and looking over those glasses. He's always got glasses, and he's looking down, and he's like peeking up at the audience as he, you know, petrified because there's no camera. There's actual real humans staring at him.
Making that mouth.
Yeah, and I want to thank the... it's always awkward seeing De Niro be a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just...
I want to see him be a character in a
movie. I want to see him in black and white just hitting Vicky. That's all I want to see.
A great movie. Hey, Joe, what's up? How's Brooklyn today?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man.
Yeah, listen, me and my partner were Thompson over here in Queens, and we were just laughing about the weight requirement. Because I graduated with a guy that was as fat as could be, and he went into like a housing project, like assigned to that. And dude, I can't imagine that guy doing like, you know.
3/4 like a fat ass.
We're laughing with each other.
I'm sure you're glad.
But the whole point is that he's got to go up the stairs like at least 4 or 5 times a day. And not for nothing, when I'm getting my, exactly, when I get something handed to me, especially if someone's kicking me around, I need someone to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the whole point is that we were talking about this. There should be some sort of a requirement, at least once a year, like a qualifying round. Years ago, there used to be requirements for girls and everything like that.
Didn't they lower the standards so they could get more women on the police force too?
Dude, I have no idea. It's politics.
Probably.
And I say this all the time. Goddamn liberal.
Thank you.
I love these guys.
But the whole point is that it's just that when we're getting something handed to us, and if I can say ass on the air, I hope I can.
Yeah.
Dude, I need someone to be there, and me and my partner, we're not like my partner's going to say he's the hugest guy around, but to be honest with you, we can trust in each other, we can rely on each other. You know that if I need to run to get to him, I can get to him in time, and I'll be behind him. And then and we laugh all the time. We told us in the academy, it's like whenever we did the runs and everything, we laughed because it's like if we're running after somebody, you have to cut back a little bit.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
All right. Hey Joe, what's the best call you've gotten on this shift?
The best call of tonight? Or no?
Yeah. Since you've been on the shift.
What's the best call we got tonight? When we get something handed to us, I don't know. I think the funniest thing was going to a call and ends up being that the guy was like calls for help. Ends up being the guy just wanted like cigarettes and soda.
God, you just want to take the stick to him.
Yeah. All right, Joe.
But it's not gonna happen.
You're distracting everybody because when you call our show and there was a good call, you got to turn down the radio. There's enough delay where you'll be able to hear a bunch of it by the end of it. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, all right.
It's distracting because you can hear the show in the background there. Let's say hi to John in Staten Island. This Staten Island, I don't know anything about it. It's a weird place. What's up? I'll say it every time. Staten Island creeps me out. They're testing animals and stuff over there. I'm positive.
Are you saying there's some kind of weird science experiment?
Have you ever been to Staten Island?
Just drove through.
Most New Yorkers just drive through Staten Island.
You drive through to get to Jersey.
I've been living in the New York area most of my life, off and on. I do a radio job here, a radio job there. But in general, this is like home base. I've never done anything in Staten Island.
It's like an extension to me of the Verrazano Bridge. It's just a bridge made of dirt.
Right.
That's what Staten Island is to me. To get over to Jersey, you take the Verrazano, and then you go on the dirt bridge for a while.
Yeah.
And then either the outer bridge or the Goethals.
We use you as a shortcut to Jersey.
Yeah.
That's all we know about Staten Island.
A big, wide dirt bridge.
And we ask you guys, tell me one cool thing about Staten Island, and we can't get anything from you guys. All right, John, what do you got?
Well, you guys are saying it's not okay for cops to be overweight because, they got to chase people down. But Jimmy said, well, it's okay if you're an office worker. But in reality, it's not. We all pay into our health care.
I agree. Dude,
that big fat guy is costing me more money.
I agree with you. I'm talking only about job effectiveness.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm talking about what the Americans with Disabilities Act, which I agree with you. It does cost us all. And Morgan Spurlock raised a great point when he did his thing about compulsive overeating. He was like, if you see somebody smoking, it's perfectly acceptable to criticize that because that's addictive and self-destructive and insurance bleeding. Well, what about this?
Unhealthy.
So, but I agree with you, dude, but I was only talking about effectiveness at work.
I just figured I'd get my 2 cents in on fat guys. Punching out, guys. Have a good morning.
All right.
It's not even a knock on fat guys. It's just that's a job. Being a cop, that's kind of a job where you should have to be physically fit.
You need to be.
And you should
be a
certain
fireman, same thing.
Yeah, I watch Biggest Loser, and by the end of the show, they test these people. They go to a doctor before they start, and they go to a doctor afterwards. And their diabetes goes away. And
diabetes!
High blood pressure goes away. Their high cholesterol goes away. Now, obviously, they're at a fat camp and they're working their butts off. They're exercising around the clock and eating right. But it just goes to show you that you can get rid of a lot of these health issues by just staying healthy and eating right.
Yeah, slimming down.
Hey, speaking of fat, I don't know if this guy was fat, but it's a great story. Listen to this.
Police say Thursday night, David Scott Spillers didn't get the 2 orders of fries he asked for and was so angry, he not only rammed his car into this McDonald's play area, he went on to smash into the side of the restaurant where customers normally sit.
It's a lot of damage, but what's worse is that people could have been killed as a result of this guy's poor decision because of a order that wasn't correct.
Police say Spillers drove off, but was tracked down easily.
Well, the officer, when he was after he responded to the scene, kind of tracked the glass that was there at the scene all the way to an adjacent apartment that was not very far away. He tracked it right to the car.
He's angry.
He's angry because they got his order wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on, man. John in Staten Island. John.
Yellow, John. Yellow.
John.
Hey, Yoni.
Hello. What's up, John?
Hey, what's going on with this bash in the Staten Island, huh?
It's a place that scares us. We don't know anything about it.
It's a dirt landfill, bunch of garbage. Used to be clean a long time ago. And I kind of got to agree with you that it's nothing but a landfill toxic disaster.
Oh, my God.
Well said.
Sounds like the toxins got to you. So.
Yeah.
You know, people out there born with, with three you-know-what's in their yam bag. And
what is he talking?
No one knows.
Oh, my God.
He's talking about, like, something about, I'm thinking something about toxic.
Everyone in Staten Island's going, okay, good. We're off the hook.
There you go, Staten Island.
Hey, Ant.
This is who's representing you this morning.
Yeah, Ant, sorry to hear you suffered through a little bit of scatter bowl last night. How's the old taint bird feeling?
Just fine, thank you.
All right, John. Thanks.
Disgusting, man.
Here's the second half of that McDonald's story.
McDonald's sent First Coast News this statement. The safety of our customers and employees at our restaurants is very important to us. Fortunately, no one was injured in this unfortunate isolated incident. It goes on to say it would be inappropriate for them to comment on what may have prompted the incident.
People are human. They're going to make mistakes with orders and what have you. But, you know, you've got to manage your anger, and clearly he didn't in this case.
When police confronted Spillers, they say he confessed.
At that point, very remorseful as to what he had done, and said that he was actually going to go back up to the restaurant to apologize.
Talk about an unhappy meal.
Unhappy meal. I get it, because they have something called a...
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Boy.
Oh, my God.
Just read the news, stupid.
Talk about
an unhappy meal.
I can't even comment on that.
I know. More drivel from the news writers.
Was that like supposed to be funny or like clever? I don't know what it was. These are the same people that have they have immunity from FCC fines because they're the news.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they have a different set of standards when broadcasting than the rest of us because they're the news, which means they have integrity.
Yeah.
They're doing a public service. Talk about an unhappy meal. Not even delivered well like a comic.
Right.
Talk about an unhappy meal. Wow. What a way to punch it home.
Let's say hi to Dustin in Boston. What's up, Dustin?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Just want to say that more respect I got all for you. So, I just want to talk about the police thing.
Yeah.
And the weight requirement.
Yeah.
I took the police test. I took the PAT test, and I'm 300 pounds. And I'll tell you, like, I can outrun almost anybody. I got the most agility.
Going downhill.
Energy. Yeah. No.
Well, that means you're a young guy, Dustin. How young are you?
Oh, yeah. No. No, I'm 24.
Are you 8 feet tall?
Yeah, I'm 6'4".
6'4", 300 pounds.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Right. No, I mean, I got muscle. I got a little weight. You know, you could see it. But, you know, like, the weight requirement, it should be, 500 pounds is ridiculous. You know, I see a lot of people. I'm from Boston.
I think it should be a height-weight thing. You got to, do the math with. 6'4", 300 isn't as bad as 5'10", 300.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or 5'9", 300, whatever.
Right. I definitely think that's why they do have the PAT test. You know, if you can't do that, because, like, it was 3 minutes. And, like, I had to run, like, you run around 3 different circles, and you got to, like, jump over a 6-foot wall, and yeah, it's tough, but yeah, I mean, if you can't do that, then you should definitely not be a police officer.
All right.
At least do it like every 6 years or something like that. Have them do it again.
All right. All right,
Keep
sir.
them fit.
Thank you, Dustin.
You got it, guys. Bye.
All right, there he goes, Dustin. Let's say hi to Rob in Pittsburgh. Rob, what's up?
Hey, what's up, Opie, Anthony, old Jimmy? Hey, I'm an HR manager. I have a master's in labor relations, and the problem is the ADA doesn't cover obesity because it's correctable, like eyesight.
Oh, okay.
So,
they're always citing
I think
it.
it's more the what?
They're always citing it though. Like they say here in this article that the courts frown on the courts really frown upon discrimination against obesity. This labor lawyer was saying. So maybe it doesn't cover it, but maybe it's cited a lot for some reason.
I think it's a real big obesity. We're talking like 600 pounds or something, but just being overweight isn't. You can correct that at some point to get to those standards. And also the standards have to be related to the job. Like, the cops, because they have to go after people and they have to be able to run, whereas somebody working in a plant, as long as they can pick up the machinery they're working, you can't require them to have a weight requirement.
Right, but
unless it's a safety issue.
I think they do something now called like height to weight body mass index. There's some kind of a ratio they use, which is how airlines are able to do it. Because you notice you have some big flight attendants, but there's nobody that big.
Not like big. They got to be able to fit down the aisles.
Absolutely, and an emergency
Jesus.
help you, not just get stuck somewhere causing a big pileup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where everything can be correctable, is under safety. If you use safety as a guide, you can do a lot of things. But it's also the union, because police unions, any unions, they're going to protect their workers, and they're going to allow people to stay on the job because they need the numbers to be able to keep.
Whoa.
How about in human resources? You deal with a lot of like just trivial. Cause we have this really weird hatred of human resources because they just represent like this where they listen to all the nitpickers and the snivellers and make an issue out of it.
See, I'm the exact opposite. I'm like the. If it's a legal issue, we got to take care of it. But if not, I try to tell people to suck it up. I'm a plant HR manager, so there's always crap going on in the plant between, people getting made fun of, and people just need to suck it up nowadays. I mean, if there's a legal protection, you need to take care of it. But if not, suck it up, be a man. Stuff happens. Get over it.
All right, buddy. Thanks a lot, man.
All right.
Take care.
No problem, guys. We'll see you in Cleveland, Jimmy.
Okay, thanks, man.
Right on. Let's say hi to Joe.
Before you say hi to Joe, can I just say one thing? How horrifying this plane crash was.
Oh, no kidding. We'll get to the next.
Yeah.
Joe, what's up?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey, Joe.
Listen, I just wanted to say something about Staten Island. I think it's the whitest borough in the city.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but the problem with that is it's those like white people that live in the woods and they like have sex with each other.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. I think
and they're kind of like there's like a lot of inbreeding and stuff. That's what I read about Staten Island.
Never heard that.
Oh yeah. They do animal testing.
Mm-hmm.
There's toxins all over the place, and white people that live in the woods have sex with each other for a long time, but now they're kind of like living among us.
Oh.
They're kind of tainting the population in Staten Island.
Tainting?
Oh, yeah. What have you heard about Staten Island, Anthony?
Nothing. I heard that there's a highway that goes right through it.
Right through it.
And that's all I've seen. Mm-hmm. I've seen the left lane.
And that's it.
That's it.
All right.
I like the Wilford Brimley reference before.
Thank you. Go to Liberty. Liberty Supplies for your diabetes supplies.
Diabetes. Diabetes, diabetes testing supplies.
And with that, we're going to go to break. Actually, why don't we go to the FU line, see what's going on? It is FU Friday. This is Opie and Anthony.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
I'd like to give a big FU to Diana. FU, Diana. Whore.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to send a big you to this jackass driving because I'm laughing at the Opie and Anthony show. In front of you. Get a line. You.
Next message.
Yeah, I want to say a big FU to my ex-girlfriend, Patty. We made a plan to take off the fall semester from college to travel in Europe. At the last minute, you go, oh, I can't go back to school. My daddy won't help me pay for college if I do. So I went away, and you went back to school, and you start my best friend Tom. F-U, F-Tom.
Next message.
Hey, this is James in New Hampshire. I want to send a big F-U to my piece of boss, who while he was busy taking at least 8 vacations this year, I was running his company for him. He had the most profitable year and did more work than history, but I made less money with less health benefits and less bonuses, you face.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to leave a big you to my general manager. Hope you choke on a bowl full of soup.
Next message.
I'd like to give a real special you to my boss who insists on only taking care of himself. You.
Next message.
I would like to leave a big FU to the hole that almost tried to kill me in Patterson, New York. FU.
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. If anyone gives a crap, this is my favorite Doors song right here. Peace Frog. Oh, I know why you did this. Good call. Was it you? It was that.
Why would you look over there at E-Rock and say good call?
Because I still have hope.
You're
right.
If you said, hey, could you play the end?
Anyway, it's the Opie and Anthony show. I'm obsessed with this Staten Island. I don't know anything about it. I realized that we got a bunch of boroughs here in New York City. Lived here most of my life when I wasn't doing radio jobs. And I realized I've never stopped in Staten Island to do anything.
Well, we're doing a little research and learning some things about it.
Do you know that all the frogs, that's why Peace Frog, by the way, are disappearing in Staten Island?
Really?
Go try to find a frog right now in Staten Island. You're not going to find it. You're not going to find one frog.
Why is that?
There's something weird's going on.
That is odd.
There's something not right with Staten Island.
Interesting.
Don't take my word for it. Go hunting for a frog today. Good luck. You're not going to find one.
Island, check it out.
You're not going to find one.
Find a frog.
No. Hey, we got the cast of Cloverfield coming in today. Give me the Rotten Tomatoes thing there, Iraq. The only place to go for movie reviews because your local movie reviewer is an ass.
Yeah.
He's a pompous ass. So you go to RottenTomatoes.com, and what they do is they take all the movie reviews.
All the pompous asses.
Yeah, from across America.
Yeah.
Then they give you one solid review. In this case, Cloverfield is getting 77% positive reviews.
That's great.
That
means this movie is going to be pretty good for most of the folks out there.
It's a monster movie getting that kind of rating. You expect this from, like, No Country for Old Men, but you don't expect that from a monster movie. What did Jeffrey Lyons give it?
Monster movie.
Yeah, what did Jeffrey Lyons give it? Because he watched the movie the same time we did.
Yes. I didn't know that was him. I always hated his guts.
Why do you hate his guts?
I hate his guts.
Why?
Because he's just so smug. There's a smugness to Jeffrey Lyons.
Yeah.
He never liked anything. He was such a douche. He's a bespectacled douche.
Well, because a lot of these guys, that's their gig.
They're just nerds.
To not like anything.
They wanted to be in the business on some level. They weren't good enough to contribute. And they decided to critique things, which is odd because you're not good enough to do it.
Then why? Well, that's always the case. You're not good enough to do it, so I'll get a job critiquing other people that do it well.
We're talking about program directors?
Yeah.
Of radio stations?
Consultants, sure.
Whoa, Cloverfield's rating just dropped 8 points. What's that about?
E-Rock, what happened?
It just went from 77% to 69% in front of my eyes. All the latest reviews are being added to the website, probably.
A few bad ones came in.
A few bad ones came in. All right.
Expected. A movie like that is not going to get...
69% is still very good.
There's a monster in...
Oh, my God, it went to 40.
20.
Sell!
Quick.
Recession! Oh, my God!
Now it's back to 77, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing, E-Rock?
E-Rock?
Searching Jeffrey Lyons.
Oh.
Where
is he?
Haven't found it yet.
Oh, I'm yelling at you.
We're going to go to Stephanie in Staten Island. Travis, you don't have to talk to her. Who's answering the phones? Thank you. Let's say it's Kathleen. Okay, Kathleen, Staten Island. What's up?
Actually, I'm from Brooklyn, but in Staten Island, there's only two really
things. You have the mall if you're into that. And
Right.
you have a really big Barnes & Noble there.
Wait, so they have a mall and a bookstore?
Pretty much. It's not better for you, but you have to get the exit. Oh, and there's restaurants, too.
And there's restaurants.
And you want to shop and you want to read a book. That's
There's also albinos. Right. I know they have a large albino community there. Yep. That's very set apart from the rest of the people in Staten Island. They live in their own little town. It's got its own store, and they rarely venture out of that area. But
well, you're gonna have to take our word on that one because they don't come out during the day.
No, they can't. The sun.
Right.
The sun does horrible things to them. They got those pink eyes and the white skin, and they just come out at night. And there's been mysteries about them abducting small children, bringing them back, perhaps for who knows, slavery or food. We've even heard, but that's another thing happening on Staten Island.
Yeah, that's a weird place.
Yeah, it is. Very strange.
If you find yourself, if you're brave enough to be on Staten Island, during the night,
yeah,
pull your car over, start walking around. You'll see some of these albinos.
Oh yeah,
get a little fresh air.
Yep. Side of the road, they're scary when you come up on one because they reflect your headlights.
And don't shake anyone's
like
hand.
Ghost.
Don't shake anyone's hand from Staten Island.
No,
unless you like shaking like web hands.
Oh, right. Yeah, they got those webbed fingers.
Well, almost up to like the first knuckle.
Mm-hmm.
It's a weird web thing that a lot of people that were born on Staten Island have.
We're learning a lot about Staten Island.
Hey,
Not
Brittany.
just the bridge to Jersey.
You want a Brittany update?
Sure.
Can't get enough of this hoa.
What is that crazy hose bag doing now?
Well, now they're saying that Brittany has multiple personality disorder.
Oh, she's schizo.
So, well, they were going with the bipolar, but now they're updating
Which one's
it.
the best F?
The best
do you
F?
think? Which crazy version of
multiple personality?
Yeah?
Yeah, that'd be great.
But which one?
Which one of her personalities?
Like, not the motherly one.
No.
Because occasionally she jumps into this mommy mode where she thinks she's actually a good mother.
Mm-hmm.
I like the crazy, drunk, smoking, falling out of the car Brittany. Because she is completely obtainable.
Yeah.
Completely. You help her up and she'd be, grabbing at you.
And I got to tell you, if I was that paparazzi guy that was hanging out with Brittany...
Paparazzi.
Which is just amazing because she was a huge star and now she's hanging with, a paparazzi dude. If I was that guy, I mean, his life sucks. First of all, he's still married. He's a paparazzi dude. That's like just scum.
Mm-hmm.
I would try to get her pregnant. I said this the other day. All he has to do is get Britney Spears pregnant. He is set for life.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet you that is his goal. All I have to do is get her pregnant because she's the type of girl. I don't think she's going to go for the, the backdoor.
Mm-hmm.
I think she's going to keep the baby. And then this guy is set for life because there's plenty of money still to get out of this girl.
I saw the clip on one of those goddamn entertainment shows, and they were asking her if she had taken a pregnancy test.
Right.
And she was like, I didn't take no pregnancy test.
Right.
With that stupid accent of hers.
Well, it was part of her multiple personality disorder. Sources are now painting a very disturbing picture of Britney Spears or whoever she happens to be at any given moment. We're told the whole British accent thing. Yeah, she's walking around talking like she's from Britain. Well, it's more than an accent. Britney has multiple personalities, including, as people in her life call it, the British girl.
The British girl.
So there are people that are close to her saying one of the personalities they call the British girl. We're told when Spears loses the British personality, she has absolutely no idea what she did during the time she assumed that personality. Sources say Brit has a number of other identities where she becomes the weepy girl.
Weepy girl.
The diva. The incoherent girl. And
I like
on
incoherent
and on.
girl.
You want incoherent girl?
That's the one. Incoherent girl.
Which one would you like, Jimmy? Your choices are British girl?
British girl, no.
No.
She thinks she's upper crusty.
Yeah.
Weepy girl?
No, then you have to comfort her.
Just crying all the time? No.
Diva?
No, because then, no.
Incoherent girl.
Yeah.
You. Every guy wants incoherent girl as far as the Britney personalities go. Hell yeah.
Time for a poll. Time for a poll.
The beginning of the end of her was that reality show.
Why?
Don't know. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, that kind of was the beginning of the whole thing, because before that, everyone thought she was this virginal, kind of pure, hot girl, And then she did that reality thing, and you watch it and just went, oh, she's a moron, first of all. And she's not that image that she had.
I just love it when when it was Tom Cruise jumping on the couch or her doing that reality show. I just love when these
De Niro reading.
De Niro reading. I want to thank. He's looking down at the paper, but his eyes are over his glasses in front of the bridge of his nose. I want to thank the foundation here in New York. Shut up. Just yell at somebody for not hiding the money well and make him bring that pink car back.
Knock a wig off his head while you're choking him with a phone cord.
Oh, how wonderful is that?
Hey, come on.
But I love it when they prove what asses they really are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
All right. So that's the latest on Brittany. Whatever. We don't really give a crap if she gets help.
No, I like the fact, though, that there's actual personalities. It's not just kind of that she's a little wackier one day than the next. There's actual people.
Yeah.
This British girl.
Yeah.
Who no one wants.
This is going to end with another pregnancy. You watch. That paparazzi is going to be a lucky dude. He's going to win the lottery. That's his goal. I'm convinced of it. We got another creepy dentist. We love the creepy dentist on this show.
Yeah, dentists are just ghouls.
It brings up one of my favorite bits on the show, the perv switch. We all have the perv switch, every single one of us, but we control it. That's the difference. Whatever happens in your brain, you control the perv switch. You start thinking crazy stuff. You look at a girl walking toward you on the street. You start thinking quickly what you would like to do with that cleavage.
Yep.
And then you see that the Starbucks is right there, and you go about your day.
Mm-hmm.
But for others, the perf switch goes off, and they can't control themselves, and they just lose their freaking minds.
Right.
You know, some in very funny ways, others in very horrific ways. But we all have it.
It happens, you especially with the dentists, because they get women that are laying in front of them, anesthetized. They're pretty much alone in the room with them, and they're looking, and maybe she's attractive, and he's just being a dentist going through filling teeth. All right, I check the X-ray here. It looks like this. One of her, the lower bicuspid, seems to need a fire. I gotta feel those cans. I need them. Jesus Christ! Open that shirt. They just lose their minds in a split second.
But before it gets to that point, Ant, you got to do the dentist as telling the assistant to go down the hall and check the.
Oh, of course. Yeah. Well, I got it here, nurse. I've got it. You can go down the hall and check on how much X-ray film we have left. Could you do that? Because we have a pretty heavy load of patients today. So, okay. Thank you. Yes. I'll be right here with the patient. All right. Let me look at this tooth. Yeah, that's the one that looks a little sensitive. She was having a little problem with that. Oh, God. Oh, I gotta see her. Oh, my God, I got to take those pants. I got to see her.
The assistant comes back in the room.
Yes, no, this was...
And the patient's hair is a little off, and the clothes don't fit quite right.
The shirt's buttoned where you put the wrong button in the wrong buttonhole. Yeah. Oh, nurse, well, so you're back. No, there was a little problem with the suction thing, and it drooled out a little bit. I was hoping everything would be okay, but... All right. She's coming around. You're fine. You're fine. Just lay here in recovery for a while.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be dentist
office music?
Oh, wow.
Hold on.
I'm doing dentistry in an elevator.
Yes.
And now I'm doing it at...
Or as a Peanuts cartoon.
Wow. All right.
On the sound effect.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey, here we go. So here's the latest story on a creepy dentist.
Robert Boyda Jr. is an oral surgeon in Mount Lebanon, but today he did not go to his office. Instead, he came here to Allegheny County Police Headquarters to surrender to authorities. Police say he sexually assaulted a number of his patients. 8 o'clock this morning, Dr. Boyda arrived with his attorney. Take a look at the criminal complaint. 16 different counts of sexual assault against 4 different patients, all at his offices in Scott and Robinson Townships. All were under anesthesia while having their wisdom teeth removed. Most of the details here are too graphic to repeat, but one patient recalls Boyda exposing himself 3 to 4 times. Another says she woke and the dentist had his hand under the blanket covering her. The most serious accusation from another patient, she says she recalled being reclined in the dental chair and Dr. Boyda was straddling her.
Oh, my God.
These
Straddling.
Sorry to the victims, but these are my favorite stories that pop up. These horny dentists.
Sorry, you guys are just creeps. You're just ghouls. Straddling her.
What a great visual.
Yeah.
I think that's a compliment, by the way.
Oh,
to the victim.
How horrifying is the dentist, though, when he's straddling her and all of a sudden he sees those eyes flutter open and look at him and you can't not know you're caught.
Right.
All right, do I kill her or put her back under?
You got all those trays and equipment in the way. That's not easy to just straddle.
That's another reason. That's another reason why dentists are always getting caught. I think they're too scared to kill the people that they've just molested.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things. A dentist can't quite close the deal like that.
Well, it's kind of hard to do in the office, too. I mean, someone goes in for wisdom teeth, and all of a sudden their husband comes to pick him up, and you're like, God, I don't know where she is.
I don't know what happened.
She left.
She got up and left. She was fine.
I was in the waiting room. I didn't see her.
Well, what about
Went for a jog.
What about the case we talked about on the show down there in Chinatown? There was was it a dentist? I think it might have been a dentist. Where the guy, something went horribly wrong in the office with the anesthesia or something, so he just put her out on the sidewalk.
Oh, right.
And she ended up dying?
Yeah, just dragged her out of the office and threw her on the sidewalk. They do that occasionally when you get these guys that live in an apartment that say they do liposuction.
Right.
And corrective surgery and things like that, plastic surgeons. And they came from Guatemala or something, and they're renting an apartment. People actually go to these people and get horrible infections, and whenever something bad happens, they find them kind of laying out on the street. They just take them out. Sorry.
Oh, well. Here's the second part of the story, and of course, there's a lawyer involved trying to help the dentist out. What do you think the lawyer's angle is going to be on this there, Jimmy?
That they're lying. I mean, or that he has some kind of a sexual compulsion problem. He may have to acknowledge it. If enough women come forward and he sees it as unwinnable, you have to say it's a sexual compulsion.
Yeah, you're going to say that? I think his thing is going to be, no, these women are under anesthesia and they're kind of hallucinating. No. He's just doing things that dentists do. Sometimes they do have to get some leverage when they're pulling a tooth and climb on board naked.
Yes. Or sometimes when applying the like, when you're going in for cleaning, a lot of times the toothpaste tube will be squeezed and moved back and forth in front of her face, and then toothpaste will wind up on her cheek and on her collar and her hair.
Well, let's find out. Here we go.
Boyda's attorney calls these accusations ludicrous. He says the doctor is never alone with a patient. He blames this all on anesthesia.
You don't criminally charge somebody based on hallucinations, and anesthesia is a hallucinogenic. You base them on very firm facts that don't exist in this case.
Sorry, but you got 4 different people who are saying essentially the same thing, making same accusation.
You know, these girls are in and out of consciousness and saying they're having these dreams or visions. The one girl on the most serious charge says that it was a flashback, and I think that clinically, I don't think you have flashbacks based on anesthesia.
From here, police took Dr. Boyda to a magistrate where he officially entered his plea of not guilty. After that, he will have a preliminary hearing, and more than likely after that, he will go to trial. At Allegheny County Police Headquarters, Ari Height, Channel 4 Action News.
Action news.
Action news.
Oh, boy.
Some action, all right.
They got action news.
See? They went with the old hallucinating. Oh, she's stories, visions, dreams. I don't know.
And then they'll look into her past, and they'll find out she, stripped one time at a strip club, and she can't be trusted.
Yeah.
And then they'll throw the case out.
Dream about that clam chowder on her on her shirt.
Somebody on instant feedback. If you're instant feedbacking from a cell phone, leave your name if you want credit. This person writes, wait, 16 complaints by 4 women? That means they went back 4 times each?
Yeah. That's always a bad thing, too, for the women. Never looks good if you go back.
Yeah. All right, we got to take a break. Just got a communique from good old Steve. Are you executively producing today?
Now that's how you executive produce.
Yeah. I'm just passing notes today, but that's how you pass a note.
You know, that had me laughing
I'm sure
yesterday.
it did.
I was just cracking up yesterday just thinking of that. I think I said it out loud a few times, too, just to get the full impact.
It's contagious.
That's
it really
how
is.
you executive produce, my friend. You get the wrong person on the phone.
It's great. Cock of the walk, are you?
I really was. I was egocentric and very
Something
proud
like
of
that.
myself and gloating.
We got the cast of Cloverfield?
Yeah, they're all here. They're in the
good.
room right
Very
now.
cool. We're going to talk to them next. I want to try to squeeze in a quickie before we get to
all
the
right,
break.
Jim. Oh.
This story is just hilarious. Want to get it out there.
No. Are you okay? Ow, that wasn't funny at all. I banged my head. You big crap. I'm gonna kill your father. Oh my God.
You know what?
I have no idea.
We're going to tell you what that is after the break. I thought it was a news story. I didn't know it was the actual clip. Is there a video? Oh, it has to be audio from a video. All right, after the break.
What is that?
After the break, we're going to tell you what this is.
No. Are you okay? Ow, that wasn't funny at all. I banged my head. You big crap. I'm gonna kill your father. Oh my God.
I'm going to kick his ass.
I don't know what that is.
And there is a video, so we'll turn everybody onto the video after the break, too. You have any idea?
None.
None whatsoever?
None.
Jimmy?
I certainly don't.
Are either one of them retarded?
No on that.
All right.
You know how many reporters have said that when this show gets in trouble?
Any other guesses? No?
All right. Somebody hit their head.
Yes.
And someone's father is to blame.
Yes.
That's what I'm getting from. I'm trying to, just pick it apart a little bit. But why would... Is it I don't know. I can't figure it out.
One more time.
No. Are you okay? Ow, that wasn't funny at all. I banged my head. You big crap. I'm gonna kill your father. Oh my God.
What is that?
My favorite part is I banged my head.
Bang my head. I don't know what that is.
It reminds me of an old clip we used to play.
Yes. Yeah.
Stop. I can't breathe.
All right, we're going to give you the answer after the break, and we're going to talk to the cast of Cloverfield.
Nice.
It's Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Another busy morning, by the way. Did you guys hear that sound clip in the green room? Any of you? You were too busy yapping and getting your coffee, right?
Talking negatively about the show.
Yeah. Actually, I just want to play this clip again, and then we're going to talk to the guys from Cloverfield. But if you want to play along, and the girls, obviously, the beautiful girls. Beautiful girls.
Not this morning.
Huh? This is
this morning.
Really, you guys are really hot. And I guess we should say ahead of time, girls are like kryptonite to us.
Oh.
When we get pretty girls in the studio, we fall apart.
It's a stupid boys club, so we sit here and just go, look how hot she is. Awful.
We're supposed to be like shock jocks and beat the hell out of each other and stuff, out of guessing things, and then we get pretty girls and then we fall apart. So
That's very sweet.
as you can tell, as I try to explain that, I'm falling apart. So
stuttering, muttering.
Anyway, we're trying to figure out what this sound is, and then we're going to talk to these guys. What do you think this is?
No. Are you okay? Ow, that wasn't funny at all. I banged my head. I'm gonna kill your father. Oh
I have no idea.
Well, we heard something like that. I thought it was the Atlanta woman that stomps on graves.
Oh, it's one of the best ones ever.
In the green room. About the Atlanta woman.
The grave stomping.
You played that though, didn't you?
Yeah, and she falls down and gets the wind knocked out of her, but she can't. They're still playing the bad music behind it, and they don't know she's near death.
Like, oh, do we have the whole clip? We should play that.
Oh, and the anchors, when they come back to him, they're like, yeah, because they can't be regular people.
Right.
Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, I hope she's okay. Yeah.
And then, anyway.
Real genuine.
But I don't know what that clip is, huh? I have no idea.
Right. We got the gang from Cloverfield in studio.
You're not going to tell us?
Yeah, after the interview or whatever, we go to break.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, so most of us saw Cloverfield in the studio, and we all loved it.
Yeah, that's great.
Good.
Yeah,
We're glad.
happy.
We all loved it. I wasn't a fan of the shaky camera work. Who was behind the camera?
That was me.
Oh boy, do I want to slap you.
That's
Yeah,
great.
what's the camera setting?
My goal was to make people have a visceral reaction to the situation of a large attack on New York and have motion sickness.
You got motion sickness.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good. So if those two things happen, then I feel like I did my job. Right, exactly.
Now, I've been thinking about it ever since I saw the movie that J. Abrams and the rest of the gang behind this movie, they were very aware that the shaky camera work would affect some people. But I think that's also part of the experience.
Yeah, you should probably sit in the back of the theater.
I know.
That's. I guess that's what we should tell people, because where Jimmy sat, he wasn't affected. So
I was in the last row. I saw it. So
you know,
I could see the walls on either
Or
side.
take some gravel or something.
You know, that's good advice though, because a lot of people are going to go see the movie this weekend. If you're a wimp like me, go to the back of the theater and it might not affect you.
It's not as bad if you sit in the back. It really isn't.
I think you also you get into it. Like once you've seen it for about 20 minutes, you sort of get used to the way that it's shot, and hopefully don't get sick during the experience.
Sick during the way. There's people going with patches behind their ears and those dumb wristbands.
There's going to be 5 people seated and like 300 crammed into the back like a porno theater. Guys cruising each other in coats.
It has that effect of a porno theater, I think.
I really liked it though, man. It's like I had heard just like, all right, it's a monster movie kind of. You didn't know what to expect. And I'm very rarely on the edge of my seat when I watch a film.
They're small seats though too. They're very.
They really were tiny. I was kind of, my ass was hanging the popcorn on the floor. No, it was, but it was really. Everything to me was unexpected about it. I had no idea what the thing looked like. I had no idea where it was going to go. And we're obviously not going to give away the ending, but let's just say it wasn't a typical Hollywood thing. So it was really, really interesting film.
The whole movie's not typical Hollywood. You guys want to explain the basic premise of Cloverfield? Somebody, just to get everyone on board?
Yeah, it's about a group of friends who are throwing a going-away party for a buddy of theirs who's going to Japan, and then some shit goes down.
Whoa, hey.
Oh, whoops.
Or that.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's okay.
Hey, good morning,
can't say Japan.
Good morning, New York City. Sorry.
That's all right. So don't say it again. We just got the delay.
So,
wait a minute.
Group of friends,
so basically, there's a going-away party.
Yeah, there's a going-away party. There's an explosion in Manhattan. We don't know what's going on, and you're following this group of friends as they go through the city trying to survive this night. So it's, this kind of survivor movie. And what you talk about, I mean, it is it's an experience, I think, more than a lot of movies, first-hand experience to go through the movie. And what we try to do while making it is you just really stay true to the idea that is a character holding the camera. He is there with it. So, as much as we want to tell the story of what the movie is, you can't too conveniently catch the moments, and it has to feel like he's really there. He's whipping his head to see what you're seeing.
And they didn't have to cheat as much as you'd think to get that video camera feeling, which I loved. Because it's a movie, so you still have to explain exactly what's going on and what happens, and you have to show footage. But it really did feel like a guy is videotaping, which I thought was brilliant the way that was shot. Whoever the director of photography was brilliant.
A guy really was videotaping, because I shot about a third of the film. I actually held the camera throughout it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think we all did.
At
one point.
Yeah, it was a really we try to convey that, and we did it really realistically. And they were strongly saying, sometimes I do shots and at the end of it the director would come up and go, it looked too good. It needs to be worse.
That wouldn't look like that if you were spinning around and trying to catch something that just happened. Yeah.
We try to make it look as real as we can.
It's amazing how much, I don't know why this movie has this really weird buzz around it. Like, you don't hear as much about a movie before it comes out like this one. It's like, I just remember driving on 10th Avenue and seeing it. It's a great marketing. The poster for it is really great. So it immediately makes you want to know, why is the Statue of Liberty headless? You know, that's what the what the poster is, where she's
Yeah.
a mess or whatever she is. And it's like it's really, really well marketed. And I was interested in this movie before I'd ever seen a commercial for it, just because of like the guerrilla marketing.
Yeah, there was some kind of like hype behind it before it came out, and I read something that was really horrible that thank God didn't, come to fruition for you guys. It was like the hype. Is this the next Snakes on a Plane?
Oh yeah.
And I was like,
we tried for that.
Yeah, you tried.
Originally, there were snakes attacking New York. It just didn't fit, and we couldn't get Samuel L. Jackson to say, "I want to get these mother."
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't. I think that was what all of us were worried about, is that there's so much hype surrounding it, and there's so many people on the internet talking about it, asking about it. But when you finally see the movie, I think it lives up to the hype, and it's different. It's different than, I think, even the trailer makes you think you're going to see this huge action film, and it is, but it isn't at all. It's not. It's not that movie where the president is like, "We got to figure out a way to take this thing down. Where's it from? Get the military." Like, no, that doesn't come into play. It's much more about these 6 characters and how they deal with the craziest event you could imagine happening.
There was a great sense of isolation in the movie, which it was like, or panic, which I like, because most movies, again, maybe when they're shot like typical movies, don't give you that. But there's like a thing where you go up to like Columbus Circle, and it was just creepy. It was just a creepy, because I live right by there, and it was like, ugh. It was just a really nice effect to have, which most movies don't give you when they're
That's
shot.
because we had no clue what was happening as we were doing it. So, I mean, it was...
What was the script like? Were you guys totally scripted? They didn't tell you a lot? Or
we improv'd so much of the film.
We ripped a bunch of stuff, and none of us saw the script before we signed on. So we didn't, because it was so secretive.
Literally 5 days before we started filming is when we finally got to read a script. And, I mean, the trailer was shot before the trailer came out in front of Transformers that everyone saw. We were maybe 2 days into the actual filming of the movie at that point.
Wow.
Right,
And
so
we
that-
had just found out who we were playing.
And that trailer came out before the script had been finished.
Yeah.
So it was very much the whole concept of this movie and the marketing campaign was at the outset they had that idea. And then when figuring out the movie was kind of happening on the fly in a lot of ways.
It really was, and we didn't, we had no idea what it was a totally different approach to make. I mean, to shoot a teaser before you shoot the film, that never happens. And so it was it was exciting, and it was strange to find out that I wasn't going to be on camera at all. That was exciting.
But when you were, it paid off nicely, though. There was a few really...
That's right, yeah.
Really great
You really
shots.
cherish those 2.5 minutes. I think you really, really
Take it all in, right?
Yeah, take all of it.
That's all I got. That's all I want to give you.
All of you are pretty much just were kind of fighting your way up the ranks and trying to get gigs and stuff, and which is kind of great that they didn't get any quote unquote really big names for it, because then it's like an ensemble cast. You're not concentrating just on one person.
Yeah, I think if anybody recognizable had been in the film, then it wouldn't have had that feeling of being as real as it
you're just like, hey, he was in that other movie.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, if you can suspend your disbelief and believe that you are watching a tape that the government found, I think that's the ultimate experience of the movie that we tried to have. So, yeah, you needed to have people that you don't really recognize.
And that's not going to happen if you have Jerry O'Connell in it.
Yeah, right. It's like, hey, wait, he's the guy from Sliders.
Great reference.
Sliders.
The subway tunnel scene. Wow. That was
intense, right?
That was really, really good.
And it came in at, like, relatively speaking, pretty low budget for a movie of that scope. You're wrecking New York.
Really?
I mean, that kind of takes a lot of money these days.
$25 million, she said, for the whole movie.
$25 million. That was
That's it. Opie's got that in his pocket right now.
It pretty much all went to the special effects, I think.
Yeah, I would guess.
If we didn't have any special effects,
didn't go to the cast.
no.
No.
If we didn't have special effects, we could have made it for like $2 million, probably.
They were good. The effects were really good.
Those are the guys that really made that film, is the visual effects guys. I mean, so much of it was done. You'd step on the set. I mean, like the Brooklyn Bridge stuff. They made 100-foot section of the walking path on the Brooklyn Bridge, and then it was just wrapped in a green screen. And they literally went in hours beforehand and put little tiny orange X's all over the place, because you have one camera that's whipping all over God's green earth, and there's no way of having a perspective as to where you are. and so they used those things to tell where they were when they laid in New York behind it, and it came. I mean, I was amazed at how flawlessly.
When you see it, and you've spent all this time working in these weird studios and stuff, you're like, this is the movie I'm in. This is crazy. And when you're shooting these scenes, like in the subway with a special effects scene partner, let's just say, you feel like a moron. You know what I mean? Flashing around or doing whatever. But what I found is, like, the bigger you go, you're giving a gift to the animator, because then they can really use that. But on the day, you feel
so you just got to act your way through that.
You got to.
And then they added then they added that other stuff in afterwards. Obviously,
you're fighting nothing in real life.
Right, right.
Obviously,
Yeah,
we were discussing that. It didn't seem like you guys were on a soundstage at all in this movie.
That's so crazy. I mean,
were you on location in New York for some of the big
We
scenes?
only shot about a week and a half in New York.
Wow.
That's it.
You can't tell, though. They did such a good job at filling in New York, the special effects people, because it's unbelievable. We shot a lot on soundstage, more than you would think.
We had a lot. I mean, a lot of it that you see and looks like New York was all done in Los Angeles. I mean, it looks great. Michael's right. It was as much of a surprise for us to see the film, I think, as a lot of people who've never seen it before, because it just looks, it's got the quality special effects of something like Transformers, but it's completely different.
Was it a bunch of young geeky like special effects guys, or
they're all hot girls?
All hot girls. Cool.
Yeah.
Just naked, it's like they cut up cocaine. They're all just nude in a room with gloves on.
Topless with gloves, doing cocaine and creating giant special effects.
Because I've seen like people that are just amateurs that do amazing work. And you can see it online, and it seems like that's the thing to do these days, to get some young hot shots that know how to work some of these programs, and they do amazing stuff.
I mean, they definitely knew how to work the programs. Yeah. I mean, it was great.
It's in a room, and lock them in a room for 6 months. I mean, the turnaround on this was insane.
Yeah.
Right? For these guys, I mean, so they were.
It would take years for a big budget movie to pop out special effects like that.
I think what we're saying is we just, the movie was done in a weekend. That's how much Paramount cared.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, why Cloverfield? By the way,
you're sitting here and it's just up on the TV.
Yeah.
Just showing it.
One of the cast members was on that this morning.
Would you say why Cloverfield?
Cool. Yeah, because obviously that has not much to do with the actual movie.
Well, yeah, they bounced around. We had all these secretive names while we were filming so that nobody would know. JJ was very secretive about it, coming from...
He wanted to control the info coming out,
Exactly.
Obviously.
And so
that was,
for a while it was called Cheese, and then it was called Chocolate Outrage.
Outrage, yeah.
Chocolate Outrage?
Yeah.
Chocolate. I wish they would have gone with Chocolate Outrage. In some ways.
Yeah, John Singleton film.
But yeah, I mean, they kind of finally they settled on Cloverfield, which was one of these code names, and it has something to do with the film. Once you see the opening of the film, you see how it relates to it.
Right.
But they actually, I don't care. They were gonna call it Monstrous. That was an idea for it, and they printed 10,000 posters that said "monstrous" on it, and the internet, like the geek mafia, went crazy. They're like, "This has got to be fake."
They had our backs on that one,
They really did, and so they changed the name, and they didn't know what to do with these posters, so they printed out like 10,000 more that said like.
Terrifying.
Terrifying. Like it was all adjectives. Really scary. Like, worth seeing.
Monstrous. It's like the name of an HBO documentary on obesity.
Morbid obesity.
Hey, it's funny. The effects are so important because I saw The Mist. We had what was that guy's name that the guys directed The Mist?
Darabont.
Yeah.
Oh, right, that's Stephen King, yeah.
And he said he was on a very low budget, and I think he was kind of preparing people because it was a really good movie, and the characters were very interesting, but the special effects were like, and it was a really interesting movie, and it was like a sock puppet coming and attacking people. It was horrendous. So you guys did a great job with the effects on that, even though I know you didn't do
it. Well, half the budget went to special effects, and that's the thing is I've been telling people it's like The Mist in that The Mist, the thing that I liked the most about it was not the special effects. It was what happens to these people when this thing occurs, and that's what's cool about this movie is you really it focuses on the characters. It's not. you know, the special effects and all that, they're great, but that's not the focus of the film.
Yeah, the characters were really interesting people. It was like there were certain things that were shot like at a party. Let's just say there's an argument between two people who slept together, and the way it was shot, you get that information though in a way that, like, you know, just a jackass filming at a party.
Oh yeah,
give
of
you
course.
That information.
We've all been at that party.
I am that jackass.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, is there any talk about a sequel?
Not that we know of. Yeah,
We've been filming it for 4 months now.
But
Yeah, it's already in the works.
Yeah.
How would that work?
I don't know.
That would be-
I think once you see this movie, you'll probably.
Well,
think
'cause there's a lot of-
the sequel goes out the
There's a lot
window
of
pretty
unanswered
quickly.
questions.
I wasn't sure you wanted me to say that, but there's definitely. Yeah, I figured there could be a way to kind of like make another movie that maybe answers some of these questions, and maybe they go a completely different direction.
Right.
Actually, film an actual Hollywood quote movie with the same concept, using the tape that we see in this movie.
Or a musical. Make it a musical.
I think they're taking the cast from American Pie 2.
The monsters singing and fun, you know.
What's
Hollywood.
What's like the biggest parts you've had?
Have to. He's winning.
What's the biggest parts you've had before this
Before
movie?
this?
Yeah.
I'm not that big. I've done a couple other movies.
Come on, say the
Really?
one that you've done.
Come on.
What movie?
One called She's the Man.
Yes.
Divine.
Oh, boy.
All right.
Yes.
See, because I knew you looked familiar.
Oh, really?
Huge Amanda Bynes fan, by the way.
Yes.
Wait, what is She's the Man? Is that a big film? I don't know that.
Well, it was a movie. It was like a take on 12th Night with Amanda Bynes. She dresses up as a guy on a soccer team, and yeah. It was more like
The
for the
trials
young,
and
like the 12,
tribulations of a
13-year-old
girl dressed like a guy.
comedy like that, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Difficult life.
Yeah.
Not a guy dressed like a girl like you're used to
No.
cruising around the streets
We've
for,
all
Jim.
made errors. So that was your biggest
Yeah.
episode?
What about you? What?
I'm on this TV show. It's called October Road on ABC.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's nothing to sneeze at, as they say.
How many episodes do you have? The writer's strike is really...
You know, our writers are so amazing. They wrote our whole 13-episode order. So we're finished shooting
Wow.
now, and we have
you're
7
lucky.
more episodes there. Yeah.
Because then you can't do
show.
rewrites. If you have to shoot now, there's no rewrites. So it's just like
Exactly.
either improv it or it doesn't get shot right.
Yeah, they got all of them out. It was amazing.
Oh, cool. Mm-hmm. How about yourself?
I had a film come out, I guess 2 summers ago, called Poseidon.
All right.
Big giant boat.
I think we heard about that one.
Chainsaw Massacre, a bunch of other things.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, did you get to talk to Arlie Ermy?
I did.
That's what took us out of the film, was him in that movie. Because all you're
Right.
seeing is Sergeant Hartman.
Yeah.
No, he did the entire Full Metal Jacket.
Oh, he loves doing that speech.
The entire thing, and
He's
he
obsessed
came-
with
I
that.
Yeah.
He did it for us and threw all our names in the.
Yeah. The most vulgar man I've ever met in my life, and I could not keep a straight face the entire time we were filming.
Which is good for the
incredible.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, just to be giggling and fun.
That's right. It's a family film.
Yeah.
Who are you in Poseidon? Because I saw that. I don't really remember it as much. I know it's a shorter movie, but you worked with Dreyfuss. There's some cool people in that movie.
I played Kurt Russell's future son-in-law.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you looked familiar.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Great drowning scene he did, too. How creepy was that?
Phenomenal.
Drowning.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
awful. Jesus.
Yeah.
Felt like I couldn't breathe watching that.
I know. I think I have emphysema because I swim in the pool and I'll hold my breath for half the pool. And I actually thought of that scene. I'm like, oh.
Right.
I like
a lot of people said that they, as they were watching it, they'd catch themselves holding their breath in every underwater scene and everything. I thought it was interesting.
Yeah, because it's much better shot than the original.
Right.
Which, big fat Shelley Winters being dragged out in stockings.
Any of those movies where they have to go under and through tunnels and stuff, I would just be like, I'd be dead. I would just die. There's no way you're going to be that, pumped up with adrenaline and be able to hold your breath longer than, 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so
movies are creepy.
You were in a couple of big films. How about yourself?
Me, not many movies. In high school, I did this movie called Newport South, which was pretty bad. But I had a small part. I played a football player. I had 3 lines. It was like we were talking about. I had some line like, "What kind of bag?" was my line. And my favorite thing of watching the movie was like, because I spent 2.5 weeks on set, missed school, got to hang out on the set with all these hot extra girls and just sleep a lot. And there's this frame, like in the lunchroom scene, I'm in the corner, like giving my friend a high five. I just like to freeze it and like look at that and be like, I got paid. So no, not in any movies. This is a big one.
How'd you get this line? Just auditioned.
He was in the Black Donnelly.
Oh, okay.
Black Donnelly's is a good show, man.
Thank you, man.
Really good
I
show.
play the youngest brother, Sean Donnelly.
Yeah, okay.
What's that on? I've not seen that.
Came and went, my friend.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's
I was going to say,
for you to see it unless you buy the
it's
DVD.
too bad, yeah.
It was right after Lucky Louie.
Oh, boy, yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. I was going to say, you can get it on DVD.
Yeah, I'm a pop culture zilch, though. I don't know pop culture very well at all. And I know I was reading a lot of the bios. I know you did improv. And
yeah, I did. I was Second City, and I came out to Los Angeles for I'm on Carpoolers, which is on ABC. Another
Jerry
situation.
Miner's a buddy of mine.
He's hilarious, and that's another situation where we had 13 episodes, and the writer's strike kind of froze us up. But that's on right now on Tuesdays on ABC, and that was it. You know, I did a lot of stand up and improv, and I auditioned for this. When I auditioned for it, they had this like really heartfelt monologue, you know, about this guy and how his father, used to keep a diary in the military and all this stuff. And I finished, and the casting director was like, that was really good. It was also not the right sides for you to do. So we're going to get you the right stuff. But they wanted a sort of a comedic perspective to be one of the characters, and that's what I try and bring.
You guys are going to be recognized starting tomorrow, man.
They are. I'll have.
I know that
voiceover jobs.
That's got to piss you off a little bit.
I got to get it. I'm looking to get an all-state campaign.
You've got a lot of
Recognize you, TJ?
Oh yeah, I want to. I was joking that if this movie's huge, these people are all going to get recognized, but I'll have to be in a bank asking for change, and if I get the wrong change, I got to be, oh my god, oh my god, and then people will be like, oh, that's that guy.
That's got to suck in a way. I mean, this movie's going to be huge. These guys are all definitely going to be recognized, and if you don't know, we said it earlier. He's the guy behind the camera for most of the film. Oh, that sucks.
You'll recognize his voice.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Every girl will want to sleep with you. Just yell the line. Yell the line.
How creepy would that be?
That'd be fantastic.
She's like, yo, run. It's weird.
Well, very good. We got to take a break here. I'm sure you guys got a busy day. You've been on TV.
They got you all over the place.
Yeah.
What's the next stop?
Everywhere.
Press junket, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
This is our first thing for today, though. So.
Oh, good.
You'll remember
the
us.
one girl's not here.
Wake-her-upper.
The one who let's just say.
She's doing CW11.
Oh, is that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she was great. She's kind of like the Ali Sheedy type of character, kind of like a weird, like, detached vibe to her, and she was great. She
was emo.
She took a good biting. Let's just say that. A fine biting.
She looks good bitten.
Oh, great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, the movie's Cloverfield starts today.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Huge.
Friday wide, as Roland would say. Roland, thumbs up, right? Yeah, Roland was the one that Roland was the one that pushed Cloverfield on us, and I'm glad he did it.
Yeah.
The movie was really good, and you guys were awesome today.
They actually used Roland's head to roll down the street.
I like Roland.
Roland's got a giant head.
Roland is in a very 1990s Nirvana shirt, giving the thumbs up.
No, not at all.
How about a little thing about you see that T-shirt? That's all he wears in New York, and it's winter. The guy does not believe in a winter coat.
Doesn't matter how
That's how he
cold
walks
it is
around.
out. He walks around.
Yeah,
in a
he's
t-shirt.
nuts.
Hey, can Roland come in for 1 second before we do we have 1 second?
Oh yeah.
I just wanted Roland. Could you give the big plug for Cloverfield because they all came in. Just please.
Yeah, tell us what you liked about Cloverfield.
It opens today at a theater near you, Fandango.
What?
What are you talking about?
No, it's deep. But why, Roland? Why should people see Cloverfield? What did you like about it?
It's a fun ride, scary, action.
What are you quoting the posters again?
In your own words,
Monsters.
Roland.
Yeah.
Monsters.
I hate talking on the air. It's good.
It's
awesome.
sweat.
It's a great film. Go to the theater. Fandango it.
In the review, he has said Fandango more than any other word.
know, right?
Is he getting paid by Fandango just to say, I love Fandango, just Fandango it. Go Fandango. Fandango to the movie.
Yeah. Well, I think you guys have a really good movie, man. I really liked it. It got a real reaction out of me. I had no idea what to expect, and I was really pleasantly surprised. And it comes out today. And it's gonna get a tremendous amount of revenue generated. So I'm sure you guys will have an option to do another one.
You're expecting like number one, right? Box office.
If only we could edge past Mad Money, you know.
1 star, by the way, for Mad Money,
and that's more than it deserves.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Which one was it? Queen Latifah, or what was the 1 star?
Oh,
big fat neutron star just rotating in a circle, sucking up everybody's money in good rolls. We get it. You're sassy.
All right, with that, we got to go to break, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you, ladies.
All right, we'll give the answer to that sound after the break. Opie and Anthony. Anthony, you. On your radio, no.
How about a thank you to the cast of Cloverfield?
What?
A nice thank you to the cast. They were great.
They were terrific.
And we are all really digging those 2 girls.
Yeah, the girls were beautiful.
I actually got myself psyched at one point. I'm like, she was kind of looking at me, and then I realized, oh yeah, we're interviewing her.
Yeah, dude, don't even try.
Wait, am I getting a little look here?
That's why it's like, don't even bother trying.
I was gonna hit on one. It would have to be before the movie comes out.
Yeah.
Once it comes out,
it's over, Johnny.
I got no shot now, much less once it comes out.
I'm just blatant because I was like, girls, picture, and I took a picture with the 2 girls, and I was just like, guys, could you move out of the way?
You're like, guys, good luck to you.
Yeah, good luck with the movie.
Have a great opening weekend.
I just want a picture with the girls.
The girls.
They were really cool, though, man. It's
totally.
It's kind of cool to see that, like, because none of them are jaded yet. As actors, it's like you have 5 people really psyched about a project that's coming out. So
right.
Yeah.
I hope it does well.
All right. We're going to go into a speed round. We got a 9 o'clock
speed
meeting.
round. What the hell was that sound?
Oh, you want to do that?
I need to know.
Okay, we can do that. And also, let's not forget.
Donna wants to know.
Donna wants to know. Don't wreck my linger longer.
I can't help it.
I still try to get the linger longer part in there. What were we gonna do? Oh, a little communique to the XMers.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing an XM show today.
Yeah.
Just be a little patient because we got a little meeting over here.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over there.
Panties in a bunch.
So if you hear maybe something that's pre-recorded, that's okay. We'll be there.
Why are they taking another day off?
We'll be there.
Jimmy's eating. No.
All right, we're trying to figure out what this is.
No. Are you okay? Oh, God. Ow, that wasn't funny at all. I banged my head. You thinking crap? I'm gonna kill your father. Oh, my God.
There you go. This video will be up on onaradio.com later today. Okay?
No idea.
Really no idea?
I can't even fathom what that could be. It sounds like, to me, it sounds like this. 2 retarded people walked in somewhere. There was a joke set up by one of their fathers, and she trips and falls and hits her head, and the retarded people are talking to each other after that.
I'm going to kill your father, she said.
Yeah.
Right? I banged my head.
That's like the only thing that can even pop into my head.
I know what it was. That he was supposed to fix the toilet seat so it didn't fall on their skulls when they were drinking out of it. That's my guess.
Even better. That's it.
It's a husband. Who hid something.
He what?
He hid something.
He hid something.
Yes.
I thought you said he hit something.
He
hid something.
Yes. Causing this reaction.
He
Did
hid.
it fall on them? Or was it hid something that they were supposed to find or that they weren't supposed to find?
Well, I guess it's just time to give the answer, Jimmy.
Oh, I know.
Because that will give away too much.
Guessing games are fun.
I know, but we have nowhere else to go with this, so let's just give the answer and move on.
Warmer, colder. Remember you'd look for Easter eggs and there'd be one in Dad's slipper?
Ugh.
I know. One in the light.
And one is in his underpants.
Yes.
One behind the radiator.
And I was such a bad Easter egg hunter, my parents would both look up at the light.
Oh, they had to help you?
live.
Or little Jimmy.
I know. Dumbest 18-year-old ever. Get it, folks? I had on bunny ears.
All right. Husband hides scary mask under toilet seat.
Oh, my God. That was a good guess by me.
Wife lifts up toilet seat and gets so scared, she falls backwards into the tub and slams her head on the ceramic soap dish.
Okay.
Are you okay? Ow! That wasn't funny at all. I banged my head. You thinking crap? I'm gonna kill your father. Oh my God. I'm gonna kick his ass. Kick his ass. Kick his ass. I'm gonna kick his ass.
We'll link that video on ondaradio.com later today. But we got to thank our friends at break.com. It's on their front page if you don't want to wait.
Unbelievable.
It's a video. Yeah, isn't that great?
Oh, my God. Especially since you know what it was.
Yeah. Oh, I got to see the video now.
Isn't it amazing how easily, because I got to start recording my girlfriend if we get back together.
Ooh, that means there's a possibility.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know. But, like, I scare her so often. Like, what I do is I just stand there, and I silently stand there in a pose, and she's the worst. Like, she'll just walk out, and she screams every time I get
You don't even have to move.
No, I'm still. I'm always still.
But that's scary.
And, like, when she's in my living room on her computer, I'll crawl out, and sometimes my knees crink and give me away. But when I'm really quiet, and I'll just kind of peek around the couch with my mouth open, like,
Oh, God, that's so scary.
And then she'll turn and just see me, like,
with dead man face.
Dead man face. And she's like, ah! And I'm like, I got to start taping her.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I love doing that. I love that.
Oh, you got to set up the camera.
I know. I try not to get her in the shower, though, because I'm always afraid she's going to slip and bang her head.
Yeah.
Like that. And I'd hate to kill my girlfriend.
I'm going to buy my camera finally this weekend so I can start filming crazy crap. Yeah. It's time. Hey, by the way, Jimmy, talking about your girlfriend and maybe getting back together, I got a question for you.
Sure. I don't know if we are or not. I hope so.
Now, you were looking at the beautiful girls that were in studio from Cloverfield.
Yes. Oh, they were fantastic. They played, I forget the names in the movie, Beth, and I want to say Lily. It was Lily, right? Okay,
yeah.
Cool.
So if Beth or Lily gave you the look.
Yeah. Which I thought they were until I realized where I was.
What would happen to the girlfriend?
What's that?
The girlfriend.
Who? Beth or Lily?
If they gave you the look, what would happen to this girlfriend thing that you're thinking about getting back together?
Oh, yeah, I did mention that.
Oh. Huh?
Yeah. Sure, we could be friends. But, look, it's a career move.
Right.
Beth and Lily in a big movie. I don't know their real names. I mean, I know they're. Yeah. I just call them Beth.
Hey, so we got word that there's a big meeting here at K-Rock here in New York City, the station we broadcast from.
How funny it would be if Tom came out of the closet.
Hysterical.
Yeah, because of a certain arrest that was going to hit the papers in Westchester, and harassment by police officers. An arrest. He stopped in to use the rest area. There was a misunderstanding.
Well, Tom finally came in and admitted that there's a meeting going on at 9 o'clock.
Yep.
Here at K-Rock. And we got the audio from Tom stopping in earlier this morning.
Oh, this is when we were talking to him about the meeting.
Yeah, listen closely. He gave everything away.
Did he?
Tom, you got everybody wondering, why weren't we invited to the big meeting today? Huh?
You're invited.
All right, good.
Invited.
Is it a good meeting?
No.
Oh, good for the station.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not going to upset anybody's lives, and everyone will go on.
Are you retiring?
No.
God,
is this show safe for now?
No.
Oh no.
Good morning.
All right. Can you answer this? Is that the last good morning we're going to have?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
My bran muffins are getting cold. Can you eat it?
Oh no.
That one.
Oh no.
All right, boys.
All right. Thanks.
It was supposed to be something else.
Let my people go.
Do you know, if I wasn't here for that, I would have thought with that flawless splicing together.
Yes.
I wasn't splicing, Jimmy.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, they were dumping out the important information, weren't they?
Oh, that must have been it. That was hence the sound of
where it sounds like it's jumping around. They dumped out of that?
I got to tell you, I think they do a better job with the beep game.
It was almost like, what did you take? Like nursing scissors and duct tape?
We wanted to go for the bad edit there.
No, I know.
Hey, one more story before we get out of here. This is a really interesting story. A boy calls 911. His mommy's having a real problem, and it didn't turn out too well. Listen to this.
No. In Detroit, a 911 operator is on trial because she assumed that a call from a little boy was a prank.
Emergency 911, where's the problem?
Robert Turner was just 5 years old when he placed this call to 911, pleading for help. His mother had collapsed on the kitchen floor.
My mom has cancer.
The first operator assumed he was a prankster and did not send assistance. 3 hours later, the boy called back and was scolded a second time by another operator.
I don't care. You shouldn't be playing on the phone. I put her on the phone before I send the police out there to knock on the door and you're going to be in trouble.
But by the time the second dispatcher did send police, Robert's 46-year-old mother, Cheryl Turner, was dead of an enlarged heart.
Oh, what kind of...
Is there a screening process for 911 operators?
No, because every time there's a problem, they always sound like blithering idiots. And anytime there's a problem that makes the news, there's a screw-up, it's always that woman. Oh, my God.
Did they read an ad in the paper? Does your personality suck? Do you not know how to figure how serious the situation really is? If so, you're qualified to be a 911 operator. Have you ever been in the middle of something and you realize there's nothing funny showing up at all? That's just happened to me. I was already caught in that dead-end character.
You're in there trying to get out, but no.
There's a little more to the story.
Spiraled.
I just want my mama back. I'm not so happy.
The two operators were eventually charged with willful neglect of duty, the first time any 911 operator in this country has faced criminal charges. In court, those charges were dropped against the second operator, 19-year veteran Terry Sutton.
I didn't believe that it was going to even go that way.
Robert's relatives are very unhappy with the decision.
My nephew had to suffer losses, so I just feel it wasn't right.
I told her that my mom died.
What did she say to you?
Stop playing on the phone.
The trial is slated to continue for the first operator to answer Robert's call for help, Sharon Nichols. Nationally, 1 in 4 911 calls are pranks, according to the union representing the operators. Still,
I feel horrible for the family, especially for the young man who lost his mom at such an early age.
A tragic lesson to be learned from a young boy's calls for help.
Is it really 25%, if they said 1 in 4, of all 911 calls are pranks?
That's weird because we all made prank calls growing up, right?
911 was always off limits.
How was the off limit?
That's
what I'm getting
taboo.
at. You were scared to go down that road.
I think that's kind of a lie.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. 1 out of 4? No way. No way. You know how many 911 calls come in every day? I mean, what do they mean by a prank call?
Yeah, is a prank just like a
false alarm?
A false alarm? Or is it somebody saying, hey, could you go down to the deli and get me a sandwich? I'm hungry.
Do you have 10-pound balls?
Somebody
that type of prank?
Yeah. Or is it just people that don't know what 911 is for?
Right.
This is a good one, too. You call up and you say, hey, is your refrigerator running? And when they say yes, you say, like, whoa, better catch it.
Better catch it.
Yeah, you know.
Be dangerous running down the street.
You got Prince Albert in a can.
Yeah.
When they say, yeah, you say, why would you want to put a hoop earring through that?
But why would 911 say they did have Prince Albert in a can?
Because they just may want to hear where you're going with it. They'd probably say, no, we don't, and then you'd be stuck. Good point, Ant.
It's okay.
911, what's your emergency? Do you got Prince Albert in a can? No. Then don't let him out.
Do you know somebody who does?
Yeah. And their number and contact information. I don't know why when the first 911 character bombed, I decided to just reinvent it 5 minutes later.
Why not?
Bring it back to life.
Hey, we're going to try to get this in, too. We've been sitting on this for a while. We got David Lee Roth audio.
Oh, yes.
His vocals isolated when he was trying to do what? Running with the Devil in studio? Was it Running with the Devil?
Yeah.
I believe? Yes. This is actual audio of David Lee Roth. That I guess wasn't used on the song. I don't know.
It could have been used on the
could have
song.
been?
Yeah, it's just the raw tracks.
Okay, David Lee Roth. All right, that's doesn't help the bit.
Well,
off to a slow start.
Yeah.
Oh God.
I just like
Oh my
this
God.
isolated.
There was a reason we sat on this, I think. Oh God. A little better.
These would be
a little better. Hold on. Not getting much better.
Sounds like that lady that hit her head on the soap dish.
Yeah.
God damn it, baby, no, I ain't lying to you. I'm only going to tell you one time.
That's
pretty good. That's a
That's
little
pretty
better.
much what it sounds like with
All
behind
right.
the music.
Glad we hung in there. I love isolated vocals. They rock. Uh-huh.
Whoa! Whoa!
And finally, all right, well, that worked.
I'm glad.
Thanks, Steve.
We shouldn't have sat on that. That was.
Yeah.
That should have been,
And
top
that's
priority.
how you executive produce.
I guess we felt like bringing the average of the show down a bit, huh?
Wow.
We were doing too well there today.
I know.
Went from an A to a C plus. You thought I was going to do A minus, didn't you? Yeah. All right. Well, listen. In honor of Tom Chiusano announcing his retirement at 9 o'clock, we go back to him singing "Just a Gigolo" from the Christmas party.
I missed that.
This
I was
is
doing something more fun.
This is Tom Chiusano.
I was having hemorrhoids installed.
Doing a little karaoke.
Thanks. Implanted.
Tom singing "Just a Gigolo." We're going to miss Tom. We wish him.
We don't know that.
We wish him nothing but the best. There's going to be a lot of golf in his future. A lot of golf.
You don't know that. You're
an amazing-
implying that this meeting has something to do with Tom, when I don't think it does.
Yeah,
He had
Tom
an
never-
amazing career.
Tom never said nothing to me about getting out of business. Tom loves the business.
He worked with two of the greatest shows in radio, and I think we should applaud his career today.
What were the shows?
Us.
Yeah.
And someone we're gonna have to work with again. Slow clap for Tom's career. What do you think?
That's enough.
In honor of Tom's retirement, this is him from the Christmas party doing "Just a Gigolo." For the XMers, we will be live after this meeting at 9 o'clock, so bear with us. We're going to start a little late, okay? And if you're not joining us, have a good day. And I would say goodbye to JFK, but I'm sure they already took the show off the air, so or at least this part of the show. So.
Yeah.
If you're hearing this on JFK, what can I tell you?
And thanks to the junkies.
We'll be in touch. We'll be back.
Sports junkies were always very cool,
nothing-
very supportive to us on that station.
Nothing
So we
bad to say
appreciate
about
that.
them. And at this point in time, I have nothing bad to say about Don and Mike. What can I tell you?
Yep.
JFK has a good lineup. They got a lot of good shows, and we just never had a place there.
Yep.
You know,
Their midday should suck. Let's hope for that.
this is the type of show you need to, you need like afternoon drive, you need morning drive, not to squeeze in the middle of like middays.
Yeah.
When people maybe will listen to you when they go outside for a cigarette, if they have a listening device as they're smoking. It's tough to get listeners that way. All right. Congratulations to Tom and his retirement. Here's just a
He's, I don't think he is.
What are you talking about?
I don't think he is. We shouldn't throw that out there.
Steve, he's retiring, right?
I don't think so.
Maybe.
You didn't see the cake that they just wheeled in?
No.
The balloons? A celebration, yes.
It was a big cake. If there's cake, then I don't care.
So, wish him well, Aunt.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
Good luck, bro.
All right. This is Tom.
Wow. Everybody.
All right, we're making fun, but all kidding aside, congratulations to Tom.
I like this.
We really didn't know how it was going to work with us and Tom Chiusano because, you know, we used to beat up his big show back in the day, but he embraced us. He embraced this radio show, and he was nothing but terrific to us. So, nothing but the best to Tom Chiusano in his retirement.
Apparently, the karaoke machine didn't have "I'm just a horse's ass."
Hey, that's not the last thing we should say about Tom.
I'm not saying about Tom.
Oh, all right.
I happen to like Tom very much.
Okay. Wish him well, Jimmy.
Well, he knows how I feel.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Good luck, Tom.
Good luck, Tom.
We like you a lot.
Good luck, Tom.
Good luck, Tom.
We may not have.
Sorry,
always
Tom.
agreed,
You're out.
All right, guys.
but that could help.
A moment of silence for Tom's career before we
Can you
take
say
a
something
break.
nice about Tom, though? I feel.
I
bad.
said a lot of nice things. You
Yeah, I
say
did.
something nice. We're going to do the dramatic pause
nice
for Tom's career before we hit the break here. So say something nice. Then, like TV, it's going to be dramatic darkness for a little bit.
Okay.
That's in honor of Tom. And then we're going to go to break. That's what we do. So, Jimmy, you're talking for the show.
Tommy, huh?
No.
I like it.
No?
He
Okay.
deserves a little more than that.
All right, Tom.
You had to deal with David Lee Roth. Give him something.
All right.
Give him something from the heart, Jimmy.
Tom, you stood up there at the plate. You swung at pitch after pitch. Oh, there was a point in the 90s where it was grand slam after grand slam. And then the big hitter moved on. And then it was a bunch of foul outs. And I think we doubled.
That's nice.
Tom, I'm sorry that Howard didn't want to bring you with him. And you were stuck with David Lee Roth. And then, of course, us. But I think we made the best of it, didn't we?
I think so.
Didn't we, Tom? All right, dead air now in honor of Tom?
Yeah.
You got something in?
Tom, it's been fantastic working with you. We got off to a rocky start years ago when we sat in your office after we decided we wanted to come to do afternoons at K-Rock, and you pretty much told us, get the F out of my office.
Yeah, Howard doesn't
there's
want
no
you here.
chance in hell of you working at this station, so we had to take a crappy job at WNEW and work at that loser station for many years. But coming back over here, we forged a friendship.
Yeah. Can I go back to what you said, though?
Oh, sure.
We know that you know that Howard was in charge and he didn't want us on the same
Well, of course.
radio station.
You'll know that. But what,
Let's finally acknowledge
it's time
that.
to bury the hatchet.
Now that this is your last day in the business.
It's time to bury the hatchet.
Are we ready
about
for the
old
dead air?
things like that. Tom, yes. It's been great working with you, and good luck once you get your braces off.
All right, we're going to have dramatic dead air for 5 seconds, so bear with us. Don't change the channel. That'll be for Tom, our pal, our friend. Okay? What?
Can I do something in honor of Tom?
What?
Can I do something in honor of Tom?
Yeah. All right, how about 5 seconds of snoring in honor of Tom instead of the dead air?
Okay.
All right, this is for you, Tom.
This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
The virus is spreading.
Opie and Anthony.
Fucking bullshit. Bullshit.
No prob.
Hi, Opie and Anthony live at XM Satellite Radio. We had a little meeting at the other place that we broadcast from. A huge meeting, actually, in a conference room.
Yeah, we walked in. There was everyone from the station.
And
everyone from our station in New York, K-Rock, 92.3 K-Rock.
And it needs to be known that the last ratings book, we did very well. Extremely well in the ratings. Number one in our demo, men 18 to 49. But the rest of the station sucks dick. And with that, they are changing formats. And, well, this will make a lot of people happy out there. Well, there's no way to say it. They're going country.
Yep.
Opie, I'm in shock. Because I don't know how the fuck that's going to work for us.
I don't know how it affects us. We won't have to play any music. It's going to be the same thing. You know, we're going to be a talk show.
Right.
But the personalities later in the day, the music, it's going to be country. And we have no clue how we're going to interact with that or promote this show during the rest of the show or promote the rest of the station during our show because it's just so out there. It doesn't jibe.
In the radio world, well, the New York radio world, New York Radio Message Board especially, they argue about a country station in New York and if it could possibly work.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to give it a shot.
Yep. They figured...
And there was no one in the meeting that could give us any answers to our questions. So we'll have to sit and wait. And
they did that. It's still, up in the air as far as details go on, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, well, how does this affect us?
Right.
But they know best, Opie. They know best.
They said after our show Monday that we're sitting down and talking to some people, so we'll see what that fucking means.
On Monday.
I
guess that, we kind of like having relevant band members in there. Now, what are we going to have to interview country stars because the rest of the radio's audience isn't going to want to hear us, maybe talking to Lars or something.
Right. We're fucked.
Gonna have to brush up on our country.
We're fucked.
I don't know anything about country music.
Well, I know a lot of people are wondering what the meeting was about. That's what it was about. That's all we know.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll find out more after Monday's show. Hop along, Howie, someone's writing.
Yeah, that's definitely the... Believe me, that popped into my mind when I heard it. Like, oh, we're going to have to wear the hat.
Well, that's why when Tom came in today, I was joking about the cowboy hats and stuff, but I really wasn't. Because I've heard some rumblings.
Yeah.
That they were thinking of changing formats, and I'm like, well, what the fuck could they try next? They've tried the talk. They brought back K-Rock, and it didn't work too well. And I'm like, well, the Spanish stations, there's too many of those already. So I threw the country angle in there because I'm like, come on, you're not going to try the dumb country thing. Little foreshadowing on my part.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening.
Well, we'll see. We'll get more details Monday, but that's where we stand right now.
And Frank the trucker saying country will help. Maybe you. Maybe
you and your musical preference.
If I was a betting man, I would say that we're going to be moved to another station because I can't.
You think?
How the fuck would that?
Fresh?
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. What other station?
Yeah.
So we'll find out more on Monday, I'm sure, and we'll let you know what the fuck's going on. But moving on to something really cool. T.J. Miller, who plays HUD in Cloverfield, just blew off all his interviews to hang with us.
Fuck him. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I heard you can curse on this show, so I said, fuck it.
It is. It's the curse show.
We had the cast of Cloverfield come in for the other side of the show. And I got this feeling when we were talking to you. I'm like, I think this guy wants to hang with us today. He doesn't want to deal with a press junket. And I'm like, I think he's going to come back. I think he's going to come next time. So what happened? You guys were at the Essex House doing a press junket?
Yeah, we are. We're going to. We're going to go over there. There's like a lot of press from 12 to 5. The thing is, the movie was so secretive and so at the outset, we haven't done any press. You know?
Yeah.
So just today, they're going to have us do everything at once. Right. But that was the big thing, was nobody was allowed to talk about the film. I remember when I first got in it, they said, you can't tell anybody you're in this movie. You can't tell anybody what it's about. And I got drunk at a bar and talked to somebody that worked on the trailer but not on the film, and it got back to Paramount, and they called, hey, what's up?
Holy shit.
Hey, the teaser looks good. We just wanted to talk to you about some of your habits in the public, and one of those would be getting shit-faced and talking about the movie, and that's not okay, and we need to let you know that. So they were really, really kind of watchdogs in that sense with the secrecy of the film. So that's why we're doing a huge push today.
Wow. And we fell in love, obviously, with the two girls, as I'm sure you guys had.
Hot, very attractive.
Yeah, did
nice
they talk
women.
about us after you guys left?
Yeah, a couple of them, right? They were putting Opie and Anthony and Jim, and then their last names. They started writing those over and over and putting hearts next to it, and so I think you guys really scored in that sense.
How did Opie do in that? Opie and
it was Opie Eustman and Anthony Lucas, and it was Jim Stahl-David. I don't know why. I don't know how that. I don't know if you gave that vibe.
He had the lead, though, right?
He did. That's right.
I'm a little
That's where the money is. The money was
whore.
with Michael Stahl-David. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. I'm a huge Lizzie Kaplan fan, and she wasn't on the show because I guess she was doing the CW.
Yeah, we saw her on the CW after you guys
She
left.
was very good in the movie, though, man. She was fucking
Yeah,
amazing.
I think she's great, and she's super, super funny. She was in Mean Girls, and I'm doing a project coming up with her. Right,
I don't want to admit that I saw that movie, but Mean Girls.
No, it was I thought
it was a good movie, right?
It was a
All
good
right,
movie.
Dan, get on mic. It was a good movie, right?
Yeah, it was a good, right?
It was almost a chick flick.
I think it went to chick flick. I don't think it was even almost, but yeah, she's awesome in that. She's really, really, I think, really good in the movie.
Is she a goer?
How do you mean? She goes all the,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she.
Did anybody hook up in the movie?
Let's get to the
I
real
think,
questions.
I think Mike Vogel and Michael Stahl-David may have had something.
Oh, really? Let's start
Sexy.
that rumor.
Sexy.
Let's
No,
get
there
some
was
TMZ stuff done today.
That was the problem. Odette Eustman is engaged. Lizzie Kaplan is dating. Yeah, I'll go for it. She'll never hear it. Matthew Perry. From
Friends?
From Friends fame, right?
Really?
Does anyone know that?
There's rumors. There's rumors of it, but she.
But it's definite.
I mean, yeah, I think they're
You
not.
just got us on the TMZ page,
They're
baby.
not. They're
Send
not an
it
item.
off.
But it's funny. I feel like he's dating up. That's what I really do. Because she's so funny. So good, and then Jessica Lucas is single, but she lives in Vancouver, so I think everybody's kind of staying away from that.
I heard that Canadian kind of thing come out.
really?
Come out.
So Lily is single.
Lily is single.
All right, cool. I liked her. She was very good.
Yeah.
You loved her, right?
And
I loved all of them.
So what are
Any
you
three
going
of
to
them
do,
that showed
Jim?
interest is the one I'm going to.
Now, what are you going to
you
do
want.
about that?
I know-
What steps are you now going to take to make that
I'll
work?
tell her my Vancouver hooker story. I got one once.
Tell TJ.
I got blown for I was with a bunch of sober people, and we were going to Seattle.
Any story that begins like that, I love. It's with a bunch of sober people, and
I was walking around Vancouver, and I got blown in an alley. I had $80 American left. And the girl blew me for 60, and then her friend's like, I'll let you pat my bum for 20. So her friend just kind of helped her out and jerked me off, and I rubbed her ass. So my last 80, I was blown, and this guy who was also sober, who I think had a much bigger dick, because the hooker's like, ooh, they were commenting on his dick size. He got blown next to me.
Poor Jim.
But after fucking Kenny Quick Cum finished, then the one came over with fucking seed breath and said I could rub her bum for 20. Really an enchanting experience.
Kenny Quick Cum. I was like, you said $80 American. It was going to be 100 Canadian, but because you had the $80 American, you got jerked off in an hour.
Now I got a problem with TJ.
Why?
He just gave us some top secret info, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on the front page of TMZ. We were hoping for a scoop. Matthew Perry's student body hookup.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, my
Wow,
God.
news travels fast.
Wow, I guess they listened to the show.
Jesus.
They had the picture already and
ridiculous.
everything.
It's at the top of the
Here,
page.
let me see. Can I see it?
You know what?
That's
It's a
funny.
small website. No one's going to see it there.
Yeah.
That's
Not
funny.
even-
It's the front page.
Is he much older than her?
I would say yes.
Yeah, there you go. So someone else is blabbing today.
But it's amazing how, like...
When was that?
It's like, when was that?
No, it was, what is it?
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a secret.
So she's engaged, huh? What's her name?
Odette Yustman.
Odette Yustman, right? She's Latin, right?
She is. She's engaged to Trevor. Yes, I think she's half Cuban. An actor who has done. He was on the George Lopez show and MXP, Most Extreme Primate. You guys seen that? It's about a snowboarding monkey. Get into it. I think you guys have all. Everybody, yeah.
Sure. Wait, what's the show?
He was in a movie called MXP, Most Extreme Primate. But he's a really good guy. It actually was one of the best things about the George Lopez show.
Right?
Is he like a really handsome LA actor though?
Yeah, super. And he has a faux hawk. You guys look a little bit alike.
I have no shot with a chick dating a guy like that.
Could you do a faux hawk?
Yeah, I'll do it now.
Hawk.
Get clippers. You can cut it now.
All right, good. Get the. But it's not shaved. Just shaved down, not to skin on the
I
side.
want it to be close to the skin though, and then I'll just leave the fucking middle. I don't give
All right, yeah,
let's
let's do that. Who could do that today for Jimmy? You want a chick to do it, right?
I don't care. Whoever can do it without fucking decapitating me. Yes.
Hey, TJ's in. He's kind of bummed out because the New York Times gave Cloverfield a bad review. Now, it's got to be said right off the bat that most of the reviews are really good for this movie.
Really
TJ.
good. USA Today was into it. I mean, it was.
What's bumming you out about the New York Times?
Well, the New York Times said, and I kind of agree with them. The movie's unbelievable. It's hard to believe. And honestly, they're fucking right. It is. The second that I saw that there was a giant creature attacking New York City, I'm in the movie. I didn't believe it. I felt like it was a movie. I felt like it wasn't really found footage like it's purporting to be.
Right.
No, but they got really down on it. I luckily, I was described as a dimwit.
That's always nice.
Which is great.
A dimwit.
Yeah.
Well, you're supposed to be this fucking guy at a party who's filming a monster. I mean, what do they expect? These smarmy jizzbags. Fucking hate the Times. Fuck the Times.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to tell TJ. You don't want the Times to like your movie.
They suck. They wouldn't fucking print the offensive Islam cartoon because they were afraid of getting bombed by Muslims. Fuck them.
Yeah, well, listen. But mostly it's a feature-length gimmick.
Right.
And the issue is what I love is the New York Times, which purports to be this amazing, edgy, highbrow critical paper, it calls this movie a gimmick. Well, it's the first movie to do what it does. So. And that in itself is exciting. That's what I like about the film, is that it's the only movie that has tried to do this, that shoots it like Blair Witch, in this very small scale, and they're spending tons of money on special effects.
Yeah.
So it's unlike anything that's out there.
But it's a gimmick.
Yeah, but it's just a gimmick. You know what I mean? It's a 3D movie.
Hey, can I ask you something about the movie that we forgot?
It's in Sense-Around. Is it in Sense-Around where everything shakes?
You can smell it with smell-o-vision.
After the movie, we took off, and then I got a text from E-Rock, and he said something happened after the credits. So we want people to stick around for the end of the credits.
Stick around for the credits, and that's a J.J. Abrams thing. It's like everything that he does is layered, and there's some weird stuff that happens in the credits. If you look very closely, the last couple shots, there's something that goes on that maybe gives some explanation to the origin of the creature. And I've seen it 4 times, and I still haven't caught everything. Each time I see it, I'm kind of noticing different stuff, and that's JJ's style. I mean, if you watch Lost, if you're a Lost fan, you'll see that in every episode there's stuff that alludes to previous episodes and episodes coming out. That's why a lot of people have said, is there going to be a sequel? People have talked about whether or not there'll be another movie that's shot from a different perspective.
That's what I said over there.
Right, exactly.
That was me.
That was you. But that's kind of what he does, and what makes it a cool movie to see twice, because you catch some stuff that you didn't catch.
What is whispered after the credits?
It's
hard to understand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna,
you can't say it.
Why would he blow it?
Spoil it, but I will say it's worth.
All right,
you should stick around for that, and also really pay attention to the last scene, because everybody, where does it come from? With the whole thing of the movie is there isn't any a review that I read that I liked was we don't cut to the president figuring out where this comes from and what are the how do we take this thing down. That never happens. So a lot is left unexplained, and I like that. But there, in the end of the movie, there's some clues to exactly where this thing came from.
Why? And E-Rock did catch it. That dummy caught it. Why is it only 84 minutes? I would like it to have been like an hour and 35. It's a little short. I mean, I would love to have seen like another 15 minutes of
I think it's too intense to go any longer. It also gives a lot of people motion sickness. But it's a crazy movie to watch.
And I know
and to do 2 hours of it might be a little bit much. And that's when it came in at an hour and a half, Paramount said, this is really short for a film, and then they screened it and they said we don't want it any longer than an hour 45. We don't.
The stupid Times really bugs me. It's unbelievable.
What do they say in the Times, Jimmy? What have you seen?
The guy who's writing it, his name is Manolo Dargis, who obviously understands good films. I mean, they just like a certain type of genre. I would love to know what type of film like this he's given a good review to.
That's my thing. As far as the genre goes, there's nothing like it, and I think it's great. It's a great monster movie. It's a great monster movie, and they call it a blunt instrument designed to smash and grab without Freudian complexity or political critique. It's a monster movie. What the fuck did they say about Transformers? It's a large scale version of a cartoon.
They're giving you shit about 9/11 too in there.
You know what? A lot of people brought that up, and I think actually JJ and Matt said in an interview, they said we're not. This isn't a 9/11 movie. This is a movie about what's in the public state of mind right now, which is that bad things can happen at any time, and people don't know how or why, and how they would. And they said this movie, in a way, can be a kind of a catharsis for that, and that's a high-minded look at a monster film. But I think in some ways it is a movie that talks about the fact that everybody's concerned with the future and what's going to happen and where's this kid going and all this stuff. And then when shit goes down, who matters? What matters? What do you do? And how you deal, and that's what the film is about. So it's not a lot of people say, oh, it's an allegory for 9/11 and the monster's a terrorist and it's Al Qaeda but it's eating people and all that sort of stuff. And to me that doesn't matter. It's about the immediacy of the moment.
I didn't think of 9/11 at all. Obviously, just because there was one shot of Lower Manhattan, but to me, a monster. If you're going to attack a city. There's no more visually interesting or compact place than New York.
That's why they keep fucking it up in every movie.
I disagree with Jimmy.
Why?
Milwaukee.
Yeah, but Milwaukee, the problem is the epicenter of the country, and people couldn't live through a Milwaukee attack.
Okay, all right.
I mean, what is Milwaukee? It's beer farts and fucking bad mustaches and incest. A monster just kicking incest victims and fucking eating them. But New York is by far the most visually interesting. It's the most interesting city. LA's a big sprawling suburb. Really, it's not like a fucking city. The city part of it sucks a dick.
Yeah,
so it had to be New York.
Halfway through, the monster would lean on his knees and go.
Yeah, that's right. The monster would have to have a car to get anywhere in fucking Los Angeles.
But he's standing on the 10 in traffic looking at his big monster watch.
Yeah. But I agree with you. I mean, the movie sat there largely because JJ was trying to redefine what the Godzilla movies were and how we haven't had a movie like this in a long time. And New York is, it's like Tokyo. You gotta set the movie where it's appropriate.
Yeah.
And I think Manhattan.
You know what amazed me about the movie too is when we found out that it was a giant bunny rabbit. I was like, what the?
I couldn't believe it. It's
like how they pull that off?
Eating carrots and dropping little bunny duties.
There's rabbit shit all over Manhattan. That's why the New York Times was pissed because they have a giant rabbit shitting on.
That's unbeliable. A giant rabbit. They don't grow that big.
You find the rabbit is just nibbling on the tops of the buildings because he's hungry. But to us, it's like
I like to think that there's like a couple listeners that go and see the movie and are really disappointed that it's not a rabbit.
Wait a minute, Opie said.
right.
And the beautiful thing too is this was a monster. Like Kong was a great movie, but had tremendous. I didn't like Jack Black in it at all. I thought it was. I thought Adrian Brody was. It was just way too long of a setup. Yeah. But the monster, at least, there was some kind of a connection you could have. This, the monster was of. There was no conscience. There was no connection to humanity at all. Whereas Kong liked the chick and wasn't out to hurt people. Yeah. He just ate. But this was a fucking wrecking machine.
It was, and it was great too because that's the point of the movie is not kind of everyone's like, what is it, what attacks, what is this thing, right? That's what everybody wants to know, and you go and see the movie and you realize it doesn't even matter. It's not that the monster's great. I love visually how it came out. I love but the movie is about these characters and what they do, in the midst of this thing.
More importantly,
and it's not a fucking gorilla.
Is he gonna? More importantly. Is Abrams going to drag you onto the Lost franchise?
He would have to drag, I think. I'm not. He a couple people went out for a pilot that and he's doing Star Trek, and I went on Star Trek. And everybody on the Star Trek set was like, "Hey, you got to meet Chris Pine. He's, he plays Captain. He's hilarious. He's so funny. Because a lot of them worked on Clover. Oh my God, you got to meet this guy. He's hysterical. He's so funny." So I walk over to him. He's next to Zach Quinto, who's in Heroes and actually plays Dr. Spock in the movie. And I go up to him and I go, "Hey, what's up? I heard you're hilarious. Everybody keeps telling me about how funny you are. I'm TJ. I'm the star of Cloverfield. I'm the main. I'm the main part of Cloverfield. I'm the star of that film." And he goes, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And then he gets back to me a week later. He's going, "This fucking jackass came up to me and said he was the star of Cloverfield. Who does he think he is? Doesn't he know I'm Captain Kirk?"
It's like, he's really got a sense of humor.
Yeah, he's hilarious guy. But JJ, it's crazy that that's what's great is he's doing Star Trek, which is a $150 million movie. It's going to be this huge film, but it's completely different. Cloverfield is a completely different thing, and it's basically an indie effort for him. And but I was not asked to audition for Star Trek.
And can I say? Oh, fuck, I had a point and I forgot it, man.
Oh, Jimmy.
God, no, it was something on, anytime people tell you gotta meet so-and-so, he's hilarious. He's never hilarious.
Never hilarious, right, exactly.
Ever. It's always a bucket of fucking dead infants. Wow, what a fucking hoot.
Yeah, exactly.
Stoic bucket of shit.
That'll be good.
So you watched Lost? Like,
on the whole thing?
I didn't. Yeah, I started watching it after again the film, but I'm not on the internet figuring out what the next episode's going to be. But once I saw a couple episodes, it's a good movie. For me, it's always been Felicity.
Well,
that's my.
When she cut her hair, it fucked it up for me.
I stopped watching.
Yeah,
that I really did.
Her locks.
How about The Wire? Do you watch The Wire?
I have seen a little bit. It's great.
Oh,
it's fucking unbelievable.
Fucking HBO on demand. Here's what happens: you go on demand and you click series, and they have Entourage or whatever.
Sure.
But I can't. You have to go like the down arrows or the right left, which take you from series to this to that. I'm stuck in Entourage because the fucking right left buttons are not working. It's not my clicker. It's the actual on demand
clicker. Listen, you sound like a fucking 60-year-old man. The
clicker. He likes his programs.
The clicker.
I go home. I watch my programs.
I have to see my stories.
The fucking remote. It's something on the on demand, so I can't get to The Wire because it's only on Entourage. It will go up and down. But when I get to the base, I can't go right or left to switch shows.
You can't go to the cable box and do the manual thing on the little cable box? Do you have little arrows on there?
Oh, I didn't think of that. God damn the thought of me.
Well,
should be murdered.
We should take a break. TJ, you gonna hang or what? We can talk about other shit.
What do you have today?
I would love to. We've got. Look, I've got a lot of stuff to do with Extra and all this. No, I can. Yeah, I can. I would love. I'll hang for another thing, and then I got to go over.
Yeah, he's a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, no, I know. We did a gig together.
Comes from Chicago.
We did do a gig. I could barely fucking follow him. I had to go up after. I invited all my friends. All the cast was there of Cloverfield.
Did you know this, Jimmy?
No,
that he was in the movie?
No, I had no idea.
I go. Yeah, you guys got to come see me. I'm doing this great show. They all come out, and then I find out he was going to close the show, and I think you had to make a spot at the cellar.
Probably.
So he said, he's like, you mind if I go up right before you? And in my mind, I'm like, fuck, yes, I mind, absolutely.
Jimmy, man,
and then I go,
fucker.
no, it's fine. So they all come to see me, and see my set, and then Jim Norton just destroys up front, and then takes off.
Oh, he's on first, yeah.
I remember, I think actually one of the girls, I forget which one, maybe it was Jessica, the single one, afterwards said something like, yeah, you were funny. Love that guy before you.
Oh,
but it was great.
Jimmy.
Wow, Jimmy.
Oh, the Canadian girl.
Yeah. Well, I don't remember which one it was.
Shit, I hope it's her.
Yeah.
Come on, single Canadian.
Jimmy's already prepared his apartment just in case.
Absolutely.
It's not a.
You got maple syrup everywhere.
There's not
Canadian flags.
There's not even a sign. He had a girlfriend. It's all in boxes in the hallway.
Yeah, my spare bathroom just has fucking clothes piled up in it,
right
and
in the
tampons
shower
and whatever else. And girlfriend leaves over
behind
your
the
place.
shower curtain. Yeah. All her stuff.
Fucking Valtrex that we share.
All right, more with TJ from, of course, Cloverfield after the break. But we'll try to talk about other shit. Maybe Britney Spears. I don't know.
Whatever you want.
Whatever pops up.
Whatever
man.
pops up. That's what we'll do. Yeah.
Today, we're going to talk to a man who says to have a deadly weapon to defend yourself.
I am an armed citizen.
How about that?
Is this really paranoia?
I don't want to be robbed. I don't want anyone in my goddamn house.
You're being attacked. Your life is on the line. What do?
Pile the bodies up at the door.
Do you have a knife? Do you have all that stuff around?
What are you, crazy? Why would I want to get into a knife fight with somebody?
How else are you supposed to stop somebody dead in their tracks?
I will have the AK and the AR, one in each hand.
Being overtaken. Rally point.
Anyone coming in the bedroom door is completely exposed to my fire.
Zips in the wire.
I will fight it out till the end, till somebody's dead.
Getting all sorts of inside info on Cloverfield.
Let's just say there's a scene with rats.
Yeah.
And we just found out that they were real.
Wow.
You'd think they were CGI or like fucking...
Where do you get rats?
I don't know. I imagine they have them for movies where they're not just filthy fucking mite-ridden sewer rats. I mean, they probably
just like dangle a piece of cheese and go, here, ratty rat. And then they all just come out of hiding, and then you gather them up for a scene in a movie.
Or all the ones that can't get work after they were in Willard.
It was all out of work rats. All from Willard.
They fucked up Willard.
Crispin Glover actually went out for the part of one of the rats, and he didn't get it.
He was good in that movie, but the rats were so not believable in that fucking movie. No, I mean, it looked CGI'd and all that crap is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, no, but it was real, and they like trained him, and I remember the funny thing was the way that the movie's shot, there's no coverage, so they really have to prepare for each take.
Right.
And they got these rats, and the rats they only have memories that last like 10 minutes or something.
Wow, I wish chicks were like that. Who just fucked my ass and threw me out of the car?
Yeah.
Rough.
15 minutes later, you're like, you want to get? Yeah, sure, whatever.
In the back of the car,
sitting gingerly.
Yeah. Canadian hookers are like that, I've heard. 15-minute memories. Yeah, but these, so they would keep forgetting what they were supposed to do, which was just run in one direction.
Right.
And so that day was a real pain in the ass. That was a long day.
I wonder if that's why they eat garbage and shit, because they forget how it tastes.
This is disgusting. I'll never eat this shit again. 15 minutes later, that looks delicious. What is that? Feces? Yes, I will.
So what would they run in the wrong direction or something like that? They'd
run all, and they'd run a circular pattern and go all over the place. And it's funny. You always you think about it and you want to be on a movie set one day. This is all your life. You're like, I want to, and then you hear yourself being like, God, would they get the fucking rats together? What have I become?
You're all pompous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's in the subway, which is a creepy place to have rats, and they're on train tracks, and it's just like, ugh, like fucking a lot of rats, man.
Yeah. Hey, there was something we were going to talk about on the other side, the crash landing. You said how horrific and horrifying that was, and we couldn't get to it because we were going to break, Jimmy.
British Airways in Heathrow from, I think it was Singapore somewhere, I think it was an Asian country, and they were landing in Heathrow, and the fucking plane was a 777 too. It was an impeccable safety record.
Pretty new.
And a pretty big one, right?
The biggest right now.
I know.
Pretty new plane to be wrapping up like that.
They were fucking landing, and I think the plane lost all power, which is fucking horrifying. And they just fucking smashed down on the runway. Luckily, they were there. And something tells me it was pilot error. He probably cut the engines or fucked up.
Yeah.
And the fucking the wheels went up through the fucking wings.
Oh my God.
No one died though. It was only 19 injuries because they were all buckled in.
Yeah.
But that's horrifying.
Yeah, before the whole runway, and they finally stopped right on the apron of the runway where it starts. So it's like, hey, we made it to the runway.
Oh, they didn't hit the runway?
No, they just made it to the runway. Like, he hit way before the runway, and they were just skidding on dirt.
I do love that you said that no one was hurt because they were buckled in. And when people tell you about, there's turbulence, you're like, I'm not fucking putting my seatbelts on. If we crash, no one's going to care about a seatbelt being on. But yeah, I guess if that's
well, there's
a
one
situation like that.
But they said a lot of times people smash their heads on the roof on the
really
shit. Yeah.
Oh, they go. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's
some people said they thought it was just a hard landing at first.
Really? And then the
until
wings flying past the window?
Yeah, perhaps that tipped you off. the landing gear.
I love it. Those passengers have a very low bar of expectation. A little bit of a rough landing. Oh, there's a wheel 5 inches from my head that smashed through the window.
There'll always be somebody that they talk to that'll say that shit, though. The guy said, he goes, until the doors opened and the slides came out, he goes, he had just thought it was a rough landing. You look at the plane, the engines, you can only see half of them because the rest were dug into the ground.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, they were dug into the ground. And the wing where it meets the fuselage was just twisted metal. And this guy's like ready to go to the baggage carousel. I have a transfer here. Come on. I have to catch another flight.
Oh, my God, yeah. I'm now looking at the picture. Jesus.
That plane is fucked up. That's, pretty new plane, too. Those 777s are...
I feel very safe
I think
on
that's
them.
the first one.
767s. Ugh.
You ready for your...
We just
your
dropped.
Mohawk?
Yeah, I'm ready.
How about an MD-80?
Right.
You like those?
I certainly don't. MD-80s are old. I did feel comfortable on them at one point.
I hate those.
What's an MD-80?
They have
McDonnell Douglas.
Yeah, don't they have the engines?
Two engines
on
the back? Two on the tail. That's it. They don't even give you the third one.
I'm reading, this is from the New York Post, underneath of the crash, it says, "Whew! Landing gear lies torn away from the British Airways jet, which sits in a puddle of fire-retardant foam." I just like, whew, whew.
Yeah, that paper is the worst with headlines.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I would hate that. Although you survived it. Those people survived the plane crash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's that's what a plane crash is. It's fucking a hard landing, but
that one's that's a ground crash.
I'll tell you what a plane crash is. And the fucking Brazilian plane crash with that small private plane. It was signal error.
yeah.
Crashed into a commuter jet, and the private plane was actually able to emit 30,000 feet.
Yeah, 30,000 feet of plummeting and.
Well, the small plane with 2 people on it, whatever, the private plane was able to land.
Yeah.
But they just had a head-on. And fucking the commuter plane, which was filled with people, fucking, they said spun and spiraled from 30,000 all the way down. It spun the opposite way.
A long time.
The momentum just spun. I'm sure they all, passed out.
Yeah, that's terrible. This is morbid, but I mean, if it takes as long as it did, do you think you take a break in screaming?
Yeah, you just like, at first it goes that, and then
But do you look at your watch like, all right, already?
Yeah, this is taking forever.
Just get it over.
This is the longest plane crash ever.
Yeah, I'm ready for my haircut. I have to have a bit something put around me so my neck doesn't get itchy. That was always the worst part of the haircut.
You're getting a haircut?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, I just want to tell the audience they came here to watch Jimmy get a haircut, so I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, it's always exciting.
Oh, they're giving you an ooh.
You're applauding.
Oh, look at that.
And
Is Sam Roberts going to do my hair?
Who's doing it?
Sam's running in here because he thinks it's time to cut his fro.
No, you still must keep that fro growing.
Yeah. We're in the middle of Afro Wars there, TJ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's why
Sam's in the lead.
Isn't that haircut day?
Huh? No, you don't get the haircut today. End of February.
February.
All right, who's cutting Jimmy's hair into a, what is it called?
A faux hawk.
A faux
What's
hawk.
that? Kind of like a mohawk?
Yeah, it's a fake mohawk. That's really, it's kind of pathetic that I know that. I'm like, oh, a faux hawk? I'll explain. Like,
Do you know about 2 Girls, 1 Cup by now?
Yes, I do. And I own the website, 7 Cups, 0 Girls. I swear to God, I own that domain name. I really, really do.
That's funny.
You know,
What's on it?
Well, we haven't put anything up, but I just want to put up 7 cups.
7 cups.
Video of just cups. No girls, nothing. I had heard about the website and heard about the reactions and everything, and I went to it, and there's links to even more disgusting video. But my girlfriend looked at it online, and I was on the phone with her, and she literally she was like, "Oh yeah, I know I'm on it. Okay, I'm clicking it. Yeah." It's bad.
We filmed many of those videos, the reaction videos.
Oh, we have so many reaction videos of people.
That's our deal. Well, not only our deal. Everyone's doing it. But what else do you like on the internet? Anything that really... Can you turn us on to something new?
Yeah, I mean, I think I recently showed somebody, that video of the monkey scratching itself and then snowing and falling.
Falls off the tree.
I showed somebody that for they hadn't seen it. They'd seen it for the first time. But my girlfriend, she's fucking, I love her to death. She's really, really smart and funny. She will not go a day without going on PerezHilton.com.
Neither will mine.
And if you guys
fucking annoying.
Have you seen?
That's
have
a
you
girl
seen
thing. Every girl out there.
I don't get it because I went on the site and she's like, it's great. It's really it's addicting. I go on it. And it's just pictures of famous people, and he literally draws dicks on people's faces, and has cum shooting in their face, and cocaine and stuff like that. And it's like I love that this guy wields so much power, and he's basically doing what a 6th grader would do. Oh, a famous person. What if a dick was near their face? That's his thing. I can't stand it. I
hate that guy.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. And in Los Angeles, that's one of the things I hate about living in LA. I wish I could live in New York City, but I'm in Los Angeles right now doing the show, and I can't stand that I will go out to bars and clubs and stuff, and he's there, and he gets more paparazzi taking pictures of him. And he's this he has a faux hawk, by the way, Jim.
Does he?
Yeah, he does.
Hey, let's see Perez Hilton put 50 up on fucking his site and draw a dick by his mouth. Let's see him do it to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Let's see him put a dick by Jay-Z's mouth on his fucking site and watch how fast those fruity teeth are fucking knocked off his guy. Yeah, put a picture of Suge Knight up and draw a dick by his face, Perez. You fucking sissy.
That could be a problem.
We're trying to find one where he's got a dick close to us.
Or something like that.
Yeah, you're right, Jimmy.
You want to,
absolutely.
Again, I love the rappers because all these things that they do to these stupid fucking white people. Rappers don't play games like that. You know, you want to follow me?
See, here's a good one.
That's pretty funny.
Jesus Christ.
Here's a good one. It's Clay Aiken, and then there's an arrow pointing at his crotch with the word above it that says insert.
And I love it says file under gay, Britney Spears, Clay Aiken. Like that. That's the kind of hard hitting news he does. Is file under gay.
I only have gay. I'm trying to find my gay file.
And there's actually 27 dresses is advertising on there.
Yeah, there's OJ with a little drool coming out of his mouth.
That's cum because he was released from jail, and of course he was sucking dick in jail.
Cool.
And look, he innovatively put more cum.
As was Kiefer.
That's an actual photo.
Some cum coming out of Kiefer's mouth.
There, yeah.
I
can't. Yeah, I don't get it, and I can't. She always
cum.
Rachel Ray with some cum. We get it.
She and my girlfriend will get off the site and she'll come to me, and it takes. I can tell she wants to let me know about. I can feel what do you want to do tonight? Oh, because maybe we'll go get some food, whatever. Did you know that Lindsay Lohan had sex with some Italian guy and he released all the fucking facts about it? Can I talk to you about that for a little while? Yes, absolutely. Please enthrall me with what positions Lindsay Lohan wanted and whether or not she had cum or a dick on her face on the site.
Where's my bib? What the fuck are we doing? Where's the haircut?
Hey, where's your haircut? I usually end up on porno sites no matter where I start.
Yeah.
No matter where, with the most noble beginnings when I get on that internet there, and I'm trying to find something.
When I get on that internet
there, the inner tubes.
Yeah.
I really, I want to do some show prep, perhaps. Look for some news.
You said show prep.
Do we laugh at that? Like we ever do that? And then a couple of clicks later, and it's like, oh, that's free? All right, let me just look at that video. One video. Nice cum shot, and then I'm lost in porno land. I can't get get back.
It's hard to get out of there.
Yeah.
You're never lost in porno land, though.
No, not lost.
No,
Just happy to be there.
It's an amusement ride.
It's happy to be there.
Oh yeah.
You ever go to XTube?
Yeah.
No. Well, and isn't there a
RedTube?
you porn or something?
They all try to connect it with YouTube.
Well, you got. All right, we got.
They're really doing it.
That's the old robe.
You sure?
Yeah, we got a
Robert.
robe,
It's
Jimmy.
Robert Reed's old robe.
All right, we got a robe for
Cousin
Jimmy.
Oliver's glasses are inside the pocket.
By the way, Anthony, a lot of people on Instant Feedback, they want to know more about the format flip here in New York at our station.
Yes, so do I.
We don't know much else.
And
We had a quick meeting. It was announced that the station is going country. Tom might be stepping down. He doesn't know much yet.
Because he's not a country guy either.
And he said that the discussions he had, that we're still safe.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not sure if that means we're going to be working at the country station and somehow figure it out that way, or they'll move us to another CBS property here in New York. But but the station is definitely going country. They're giving it a shot.
Country.
And we had really good ratings, and that saved our asses basically.
Yeah.
But the rest of the station wasn't doing too well, and now they're going to try this shit out. And that's all we know. We're going to have a meeting after our Monday show. And we should find out more after that.
I just can't see the audience listening to country, then listening to one of our promos during the day and tuning our show in the morning.
Right.
It's not conducive to a country audience, I don't think.
This is really funny. The image. Jim Norton's wearing a bathrobe that says the Bunny Ranch on it, and he looked at first like he was going to a party at the Playboy Mansion. Now he just looks like a homeless guy who made a poncho.
Yeah, now he's wearing a garbage bag.
Garbage bag. Yeah.
You're not dying, Sonny. You're killing everyone around you. Leon, I love you more than any man has ever. All right, ever loved another man. The greatest fucking will ever written was fucking Sonny Wartzik in Dog Day Afternoon. All right. Leon.
All right, you want to sit over there, Jimmy?
Okay. I'll finish it because I got gigs tonight, so I'll finish this after. Kenny, could you not sit like that?
What was he doing?
Can you show him how you were sitting, please?
Ugh.
How awful.
Stop it.
Ugh.
Hi.
I know. Where's your I dare you to suck it sign?
I'm wearing my Harley Davidson sweatshirt because we're traveling today. I got to get Jimmy to the Brigada. 3 big shows, Jimmy.
Yes. Oh, also that benefit
wait,
for Jerry
what?
Red Wilson.
Yeah.
The benefit for Jerry Red Wilson went on sale. Goes on sale 10 o'clock. Ticketmaster. It's March 5th at Town Hall here in New York. It's myself, Greg Fitzsimmons.
Very funny, Greg Fitzsimmons.
Can I stop you right there?
Yes.
I went to one of these benefits a couple of years ago, and Greg Fitzsimmons was hilarious.
He just hosted the Porn Awards.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hilarious.
right. I heard that
Doesn't
because I
he-
work with him at comics.
He's really funny.
Isn't this his gig, kind of? Doesn't he put the whole thing together? Because he came out as like the MC, I think.
I think he is hosting it, yeah.
He is a funny motherfucker.
Who else on? I'm trying to go by memory.
Nick DiPaolo.
Me, Nick DiPaolo.
Very funny. David Tell. They're all
David
funny.
Tell, Artie Lang.
Artie's on it.
Kevin Meaney and Fitzsimmons. What a toxic show. Fucking myself and Attell and Nick. Just a fucking, what a negative, toxic show. What are they doing?
It's a glass half empty show.
Yeah.
Where'd
They're
Steve
waiting.
go?
Hey, Steve.
I'm cleaning it. He's probably shaving his pubes with it.
Here it is.
All right.
I shave my arms with it. It's very dull.
You can definitely trust somebody to cut your hair who has a shirt on that
You have
says, "Do I
blow
look
dryer
like a fucking people person?"
That would be Steve.
TJ. Yeah.
If you're gonna hang out with us, you gotta get to
Do we
know
have
Steve.
Hold on. Do we have an
Steve is
air
really-
thing
He's got many
that we
issues.
clean the computers keys with? We have to.
This is how you executive barber.
Exactly. Fucking
douche.
Sweeney Bottom.
Speaking of executive...
Sweeney Claude.
Anthony, speaking of executive producing, as we set up Jimmy's haircut, which should make just amazing radio.
When you're cutting people's hair on radio, it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank God satellite radio doesn't have ratings. But speaking of executive producing, Derek put this together.
Hello, is this Australia? Is Corey there?
I'm trying to call a continent.
Who would you like, mate?
His name is Corey.
Do you have a last name?
No, but he's the guy from the news clip.
Huh?
Corey, the man on the computer. He has delicious nipple rings and a smooth chest.
Like me, could you please connect me with him?
Oh, hello, this is Corey.
It's him. It sounds he's got an accent.
Hi, do you have an XM?
Huh?
Okay, good. Could you talk to Opie and Anthony?
And that's how you executive produce.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
You asshole.
Pretty good job on that, man.
That's good.
You got to linger longer to get that one because we don't have
That's a
time to
good
explain
one.
right now.
We're cutting around the mohawk, right?
Got to cut out
a little mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to roll.
Got
You guys, thank you for letting me hang out.
What?
I'm gonna miss. Well, I'm gonna miss.
Where you
Jim
going?
Norton. I gotta go to press.
Yeah, you're gonna miss the big haircut.
We'll have photos on. We'll have photos.
I've got another haircut I need to go to.
TJ Miller, one of the stars of Cloverfield, everybody.
Yeah. Thank
really
you,
fun.
sir.
Please go see the movie. It opens tonight, and watch Carpoolers on ABC Tuesdays at 9:30.
For the people that get a little motion sickness thing, you can blame TJ.
Yeah,
Take a Dramamine.
Take a Dramamine. That's
Take
what
a
I'm saying.
fucking Dramamine.
Or sit
non-Dramamine.
back in the theater; it'll help you.
Yeah.
It's
a
worth
really,
seeing.
It's a really good movie, man.
Smoke some weed.
Happy you guys came in.
Yeah, smoke a little weed.
Some weed.
All right, TJ.
Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you,
good
man.
luck. Can't wait to see Jim Norton with a faux hawk.
Oh,
here.
please.
Yeah.
That's the way we end the
And
week.
next time you're in New York, just stop on by. You don't
Yeah.
have to call. Just stop
Pop
by
in,
and say
man.
hi.
Thank you.
All right. Peace.
Best of luck with the movie, which I don't think you'll need at all.
Opening tonight.
Thanks, guys.
Later, man. All right, Jimmy Norton.
Yes.
We got everything there. There's plastic bags on the floor, so
Well,
you're.
this is gonna be nutty.
Yes, nutty.
Come on, I want
Hello.
my hairdo.
I'd like to call the consonants. You fucking idiot.
All right, let's go.
I wanted to
I
say
love it.
on the sides.
Yes.
All
All
right,
right, hold on.
All right,
This
what's
is
up?
how short I want it. Yes. You know how you
You
do a
didn't tell
mohawk?
me how short you wanted it.
Yeah, but I
Jaws.
want. You have to cut back here
Time your sheep
and
shank.
do all that stuff there. Just
Steve, do
don't
you know what
fucking
you're
hurt my
doing?
ears.
I'm not gonna you know I've never cut fucking hair before, right?
Really?
Yeah. That's gonna smell great.
Who's cut hair before?
Danny. Danny's cut hair.
Oh,
You didn't like when I did it.
why? Because your rod kept pressing up against my leg. I said, my face, damn you.
If you want, I'll
How
try
many
it.
times
But
have you cut hair?
I mean, enough. But I mean, you don't really have enough hair for a faux hawk, so it's just going to be a mohawk with shorter
All right,
hair on the
Steve
sides.
start it. We'll see how it goes.
I'll give
hurt
you
me.
a blowhawk.
Just be careful because don't go too fast because my hair's long. It will- Watch your language. That was my nerves.
Oh. All right, he's starting.
Ow!
He's starting at his eyeball.
Do that.
We're getting
What
reports.
the fuck are you doing? You're starting at his eye.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
We're
Yeah,
getting
let me see.
reports. I don't know if we want to see Steve suck or we want. There's a female who does cut hair. I don't know if you can
Oh,
see that.
really?
But she's cut a lot.
But she's cut a lot.
Oh, right there.
All right, let's get the
All right.
ball in.
Nice.
Yeah, Steve, you look like you were just gonna fucking.
Oh, that's good. That's who I wanted to fuck. The girl with the lip ring. I'm sure she'll fucking have.
Rachel?
She'll care about my
Pierce you.
pain. Come here, sweetheart. You've cut hair before?
Yes.
Oh, you're not gonna
What's your
hurt me?
name?
No, I promise. Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Wait, we know you from somewhere. I've seen you. I
I
think.
won the car in Boston.
What?
I'm the girl that won the Scion at the BCN party.
Oh, right. I thought you won the shitty Mustang.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. That scared me.
Wait, what's
No.
Scion?
Remember the Scion we gave away?
No, I don't.
Yeah, in
The
Boston.
Scion XB for the big
Uh,
big creepy party, the ridiculous
Oh,
crappy party.
Yeah, we're Touch
Nobody
and Rich
went
were
to.
fucked up.
I have a Touch and Rich shirt on right now. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
I purposely wore it today.
Are they
Right.
okay? What happened with those guys?
Oh, they're fine. They're
They weren't allowed
amazing.
to talk about that
Yeah,
video,
yeah, they
man.
weren't. It kinda
The-
sucked,
The
but-
one in front of Hillary, the what's his name,
Yeah.
holding up the
Yeah.
Iron My shirt and yelling and screaming Iron My
They
shirt
got in
over and over
trouble.
again.
Yeah.
Adolfo, right. They weren't allowed to brag about that video. That is
No,
so
it was-
frustrating
That
when you're on
sucks.
radio.
Yeah, it was crappy.
All right.
Haircut coming up. This is going to be compelling.
Now, you've done this before?
Yeah. What's a mohawk? But I don't have enough. Steve, please. Mohawk. Just don't cut me, and please please do it evenly because I have to do a show tonight.
I'm going to that show.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
cool. Well, let's not make Jim look like a tool.
Okay.
Oh, oops.
So you just want
Too late.
a mohawk, basically. You
Yes.
want it all the way down to like your skin.
Well, as long as this is, hold on. I'll show you how long I want the area. The mohawk will be left at this length, of course.
Okay.
And the area.
You do.
There we go.
Okay.
He had to adjust the razor. You look like an old man
How
now.
thick do you want like the top?
I don't know. Thicker is easier because once it's thin, you can't put it back. Give me those ribs. All right.
Okay.
Oh. There you go. She's starting out by the sideburns, going up. Oh. A bit of hair coming off. Just let it take a while. And behind the ear. That's good. Is this from shearing sheep or cutting hair? You're very good with that.
Wait, leave it like that. Do that on the other side, please. Don't go any higher. I got to get a few different haircuts. Oh my God.
Turn your head a little, Jim. Let me.
I can't. She has a razor blade.
Basically.
Oh, it's a Forrest Gump.
It's the George
all
McFly.
right.
Yeah, there you go.
The George McFly.
Thank you. Yes.
What if I'm no good? George McFly. They're my stories.
I mean, she's got a lovely, gentle touch.
You're my density.
I'm sorry about that.
No fast Freddy.
I love that one.
And yes, it's true.
That's all right. Just it's good. It feels good.
Wow, yeah, it's looking like you look like you should be up on a fucking tower in a college firing down on people now.
I'd love to be.
God, I wish you could go out on stage like that.
Oh.
It would just mess up your set. People would be like, what the
Here's
fuck?
my set.
Right.
This is my comedy set. There are many like it, but this one is mine.
Remember, it's just a bad joke, fat boy. It's fine.
Oh, that didn't sound good. She just went, oh.
Yeah, a Kennedy-sized fucking piece of skull comes off.
And the back, getting around the back, that's good.
Just make sure it's really
Neck
neat
hairs.
and even around the ears and stuff. I hate when I feel back there and I feel a piece of hair that wasn't cut properly.
Yeah.
It really gets my goat.
Oof.
Excuse my language.
That, wow. You know, that does look like a different person. That's amazing. I don't know. It's kind of. It's like the nasty neighbor next door guy hairdo.
Now he's the neighbor from American Beauty.
Yeah, that's
I know.
it.
Let me kiss you on the mouth because I thought you blew my son.
Yeah, pretty good. Boy, she's
really fluffing it up.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
I like it. No,
Pretty
it's
good.
okay. It
She's
feels
getting
good.
your neck hair there.
I like my neck done. I feel good with my neck done.
All right, now she's back, going on top now to get the sides taken off so she can make the mohawk. Now
right.
to the front. Here it goes.
Oh, wow.
Oh, boy. You.
Goodbye, my darling. Hello, Vietnam. I'm actually going to start a message board post. Razor Sounds - interesting radio. Fucks.
Yeah. Again, the XM side gets screwed. They called it in with fucking, shaving Jimmy's head.
Sorry.
Oh. You know.
Can't believe that fucking Cloverfield
think
shit
they're right.
liked me. I'm so happy.
Yeah, how about that, huh?
Yeah.
Not a bit this time around.
Can you get in touch with her maybe, Jimmy? You thinking?
Yeah, I'll go to the premiere and I'll stand outside with a sign that says, "I'm the comic, remember?" No, I probably can't.
You
Through TJ, maybe.
Wow, you look like a fucking Travis Bickle.
I don't want to hold it. Okay.
No, no.
Can I give you my fucking phone number with 6 digits in it?
She's doing a pretty good job, though, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One more number.
She's doing a good job with the mohawk. Let's all shave our heads today. Danny's ready.
He just goes, ah.
Danny's just...
I'm getting my
hat doesn't fit anymore.
Yeah, Danny's in the Afro Wars, by the way. He's been hiding his under a hat.
Well, you'd want to hide this too.
That's quite impressive, man. Could you push the clippers into Jimmy's lap so he could, get off from the vibrations? Jimmy, the mohawk doesn't look that bad on you.
I look like Chuck Liddell, right?
Chuck Liddell now, yeah.
Kind of like skinny back here, but it goes like.
Yeah.
Is that
it's like a sperm cell going up your head?
My cock tapers at the base. It's really weird.
Is this it for him?
I don't know.
Let me see.
Well, just make. Could you go around the ears again and just make sure that it's all nice and
Yeah.
the whole area?
Jimmy's got a mohawk. Jimmy, what are the odds that you would do your first show at the Borgata like this?
If it wasn't sold out, the odds would be good.
Really?
Yeah. But now it's sold out. They're lucky if I show up.
Ooh.
Kidding.
It's a little... I think it's just the way your hair grows.
What, the way it bends and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cowlicks.
it's all like.
It's
You
a
know,
little
like it-
bent up top.
Because I'm a cowlicky jizz bucket.
Jimmy's got a mohawk. What do you think, Kenny? Sorry we woke you from your nap.
He's cute.
What'd he say?
He's cute.
How's that look? Ooh. Yeah, my hair can...
Kind of works, Jimmy.
No, that's all right. Do what you gotta do.
Do that to Kenny's hair. You just see pieces of the razor flying off. Metal chunks.
Kenny, would you like one of these?
I can do you too. It'll be fun.
Jimmy looks tough now.
Now he looks like a tough guy.
Hey, could somebody, one of you bitches, get me, are you done cutting?
Yeah, if you want me to do anything else. I mean,
Oh my God.
Give me a couple of towels so I can wipe my head with wet, damp paper towels so I can take the excess hair off.
And get him,
shouldn't have to do that.
And get him a mirror.
Yeah, you should see this.
I don't need a mirror. I'm not vain.
You're going to want to see this, Jimmy.
Oh, maybe I should have actually put it on camera. That people can see.
All right.
And happy ending?
By the way, we have something really good. We got an anti-mad scientist. Epstein?
Stein.
Damn it.
Sir.
We have a anti-mad scientist. Epstein. Bit.
And what?
That we're going to do today. So give me the original mad scientist.
Epstein sounds like a Jew.
Wow.
Sorry, this haircut's changing me.
It certainly is. Skinhead.
To you.
We got a mirror for him?
I hope I don't look silly. Dry, thank you.
Damn. I would freaking do a set that way, Jimmy.
I want to go wash it.
Oh.
I want to go in the sink and just get the water on it because I hate itchy neck.
Do we have a mirror for you?
Sure, I'll get one.
Hold on.
we can use the
Don't move a muscle.
There's one in the restroom.
What camera are you using there?
Wait, get
I'm
under
on
the light,
5.
Jimmy. Sit down for 1 sec so you can see what you look like. And it'll be up on the big screen for you.
I'm gonna look
Let me go
silly.
No, sit down.
Go here.
Sit down.
Let me go to 2. Let's go to camera 2. And then Jimmy, turn your head to the right. And there you
I
go.
look like an iguana with a weaker chin. Look at my fucking awful. Look at the cowlick right here in the front. Look at what dog shit hair I have.
Wait, turn into the camera, Jimmy.
Yeah, that's
the other way. The other way.
The camera's over there.
A little further. No. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
There's Jimmy's mohawk.
By the way, nice even job here. Who the fuck cut my hair? Katharine Hepburn?
There's a spot that needs to.
I'll take care of that.
All right, she'll trim you up. All right.
You look
Jimmy.
like a badass, though.
Yeah.
Oh, just an ass. Wait a minute.
You look really bad, ass. Yeah, right. Is that too? Look at how fucking. Look at my hair.
Yeah, it takes a dip.
Look at the cow. Look at how messy my cowlicky hair is.
And it takes a dip right in the middle.
This is what I grew up with. If you wonder why I fucking crew cut it, that's what happens when it grows in. How do you style that? Fucking my hair, the Norton hairline is shit. I don't know where my fucking relatives come from. Fucking bunch of thin-haired
Oh,
zilches.
Jesus. Oh, my God. Looks like shit. That looks like shit.
Oh, Jimmy.
Taxi driver Norton.
Yeah.
Lee
But actually-
Harvey. He has no hairline. Oh.
Look at the way. Look at this fucking. Look from the side. Wait, can you see it from the side here? Wait, like this.
All right. What's wrong with it?
Oh, you have like a
Pussy,
dip in your head.
pussy
I know.
head.
Well, part of that might be from wearing the headphones, but look at like just the front, how it just fucking mushes up. Look at how it
Shit
mushes up like
stain in
that.
my
Look.
underwear.
Just fucking. What an asshole I look like. Hey, how about
He
this?
looks like a hairy sundial. Alfalfa.
Is that uncomfortable to look at if my head just did that for... Hey, how about this? Why don't we do this? Why don't you put the razor on a higher setting and mohawk me a little bit, but just knock this mohawk down. So instead of looking like a foolish cocksucker, I can look tough and respectable.
Do they have like the attachments that go with this?
I don't know. I didn't make the thing.
He looks like a baby eagle.
Oh,
like what is it? An egret?
Little chick.
Little. All right. Hey, the
American history. Ugh.
Oh, my fucking hair. Look at that abomination that I call a hairdo. Look at how it goes in 8 different directions. I had a barber, my homoerotic barber, Andy, who told me that because he was really fat, he would always press his crotch in my arm. And he told me it was the worst cowlick he'd ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. I used to
Wow.
buy sweatsuits in the back of his fucking awful store.
Ugh.
Why?
Did he make you take your clothes off and put on the sweatsuits?
No, but he probably had a little camera hooked up.
Yeah, I'm
Jerked
sure.
off. 'Cause remember, he was talking about how black cocks don't get as hard as white cocks in porno. Take a little off the top.
Yeah, that's that casual barber conversation.
All right. The mad
The
scientist and Epstein.
Epstein.
And Epstein. Do we have the first episode of the Mad Scientist and Epstein? This is going to lead to something, a brand new piece of production from who did this one? Than and Travis?
Yes, Steve was saying we don't provide enough original content.
All right, so we got an anti-Mad Scientist and Epstein production piece. But first, the original. Here's the Mad Scientist and Epstein, just in case you've never heard this.
Epstein! Epstein! Look and see what I've concocted. This conveniently sized apparatus will transform any ordinary tap water into a combustible fuel to be used in automobiles. It will revolutionize energy consumption as we know it. Please handle it gently. It's the only one of its kind.
Quite impressive. It's most compact. Perhaps it would fit in mine hiney?
No! Epstein! No! No, Epstein, no!
It's pointy.
It's just one of a... Oh, don't pour grease all over it!
It's going in.
Epstein!
It's almost there. It's in mine hiney.
Right. Back to the drawing board, then.
It's in mine hiney.
Mine hiney.
Mine hiney.
And that's the reaction we were expecting to get, by the way, from the bleachers. Yes. Yes.
Turn the mics on out there.
Oh, were they laughing? Were they dumbfounded? Sam needs to know.
They liked it.
Yeah?
You can literally hear them saying hubbub, hubbub, hubbub.
Well, there was a second episode.
Yeah, it was even better.
Okay, here's the second episode of The Mad Scientist and Epstein.
Epstein, stop playing with your testicles and look what I've done. This conveniently shaped vial contains an elixir which will increase the metabolism of anyone who drinks it. Can you imagine? This could eliminate the worldwide obesity epidemic permanently.
No, let me see.
No. Well, I suppose if you're careful, there's just the one and...
Say, this would fit perfectly. In mein Heini?
No! No! No!
It's in mein Heini.
Well, at least it's still intact. Now, give it back.
Here you go.
No! My elixir! It's all over the ceiling! Epstein! You... Well, back to the drawing board, I suppose.
Blue Healer says it all from Kentucky. He writes,
Yeah.
Can we hear the razor sounds again, please? So, where are we at with this horse shit?
Well, episode 3 is in the works.
This horse shit.
I thought we were turning you around with the second one.
Well,
The second one was an overall hit.
overall hit, okay.
Overall hit, it's being called? Yes. The third one is in production right now. It's in the writing stages.
Oh.
We have some big ideas to move both characters in.
Oh.
And that is something that we will sort
in
of
a
see.
hetero, great. In a heterosexual...
Well, I mean, Epstein's sexuality is still in question.
Of course it is.
So many unanswered questions, right?
The inventor is an obvious heterosexual.
Yeah, okay.
Epstein, on the other hand,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. The mein Heini thing is
It's
it's his catchphrase, though.
Yeah. You got to have a catchphrase.
It's a catchphrase. Like the first time he says it in the bit, people applaud.
Yeah, you got to applaud, sure.
Yeah.
Well, we got an audio reply, it's being called, right?
Yes, Travis thought that there's a million directions you could go with this inventor that comes up with life-changing devices.
Mm-hmm.
We decided to explore a different one.
Oh, okay.
And that's all this needs?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, here we go. Is it named anything?
The Adventures of Dr. What were their names?
Dr. Thomas and Dr.
Hoffman.
Hoffman, yeah.
Dr. Thomas, I have made a most interesting discovery.
Do tell, Dr. Hoffman.
I have unlocked the secrets to the human immune system.
Fascinating. What have you found?
This vial contains the cure for cancer.
May I see it?
Here you go. I have a whole vat of the stuff.
It's so smooth and compact.
It's just a standard test tube.
I was thinking that I could
What?
file a patent with the Food and Drug Administration.
Oh, yeah. Thanks. I hate paperwork.
No problem.
Cool. So, back to the drawing board.
Wow. That one took a weird turn. It really did.
We were all waiting for it.
You never know what those crazy scientists are going to do.
That was strange.
Wow. What do you have to say about that?
I thought, first of all, I didn't get it.
You didn't get it.
I saw one character, and then I really didn't understand Dr. Thomas. He just sounded like Than to me. Didn't understand that.
That's the other thing is we explored maybe not doing a ridiculous voice for every character. So there's all kinds of possibilities. That's the beauty of radio.
Yeah, I didn't hear one ridiculous voice in that promo.
No, we just did one. We saw what it would be like.
Well, now I'm thinking maybe you guys have to, respond to what you just heard.
I kind of, you know something? I kind of liked that.
But it doesn't, but...
Let me tell you something also, before you say anything.
Right.
The acting, I think, was more believable than in the your guys, whatever the fuck they're called.
Well, that would be the inventor and Epstein.
Right, the inventor and Epstein. See, the acting was a little more believable in this one. And I think that the way Than delivered his lines was the way it should have been done in his
you really
voice
felt
like
for the
that.
characters.
Because it's just kind of, oh, okay, we're doing this and it's business as usual.
See, Dr. Thomas is not very old or British or in a wheelchair. So that's why he didn't sound
Why
like...
does there have to be so many things going on with these characters?
Because these are characters.
They're fleshed out and they're interesting.
They have a lot of depth. These are things...
Depth?
Yes.
They have a lot of depth.
It's something people, I want to know more. Like, you don't get all the answers right away. It's like a J.J. Abrams type of thing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
like,
wow.
You don't get everything right away.
I say we turn this into a soap opera.
Yeah.
Now it's your turn to come up with something that is based on what they just did.
Well, that would be easy. We could do that.
All right, that's what I say you do. And then and then it'll be their turn.
Bat it back and forth
to
for a
respond
while.
to what you do, as you respond to what they did.
So I think it was more realistic.
Yeah,
But
Kinda liked it.
people turn on, I think. I think people turn on XM202, the virus, to escape to a world of fantasy. Where they can sort of...
Or to take a nap.
Actually, most of the people that are employed here are escaped to a world of fantasy, especially ones that think wacky character voices make a bit.
I feel like they want to leave the hard, cold realities behind.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Epstein and the inventor really helped that.
Thought it was the inventor and Epstein.
No, I'm saying those two characters.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was the mad scientist.
No,
Yeah.
he's just an inventor. He's not crazy. He's just sweet, old, and
Crazy.
in a wheelchair.
He's kind of crazy because he sits there and allows his partner there to bang shit up his ass.
He can't stand up. He's in a wheelchair.
Right.
All right, very good.
You know?
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back, do a little more radio. Just a little bit,
Travis's dog is here. I'm very happy.
We're going to meet Travis's dog.
We got one sheet.
Yeah, I put
got
together...
Little Dexter is our guest.
Dexter's here. We're going to meet little Dexter.
Oh,
Sam cooked up a nice one sheet.
And then we're going to do line of the day.
I saw a picture of Dexter earlier wearing a little jacket for his walks outside, I guess,
He
when
gets
it's
cold,
cold.
yeah.
Oh, it's in the one sheet. Well, silly me. I should have, of course. I should have known.
You got to read those when the guests come in.
When the guests come in. You're an ass. All right. Well, wow, this is really a lot of...
All right, we'll do the dog thing next. How's that?
Yeah, bring him in.
All right, we had a haircut on the air today, and
we're going to interview a dog.
And we're going to interview a dog next. Yes, we've lost our fucking minds. It's Opie and Anthony.
This will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy this.
Oh, that was fun.
Opie and Anthony.
I grew up when I was growing up in California. It was country music was like all my father would listen to, so I got like a dose of that. But that's like what I think they call classic country now. There's different genres of it.
No, it's called shit.
Well, yeah, but it was like a Freddie Fender, and I don't know. I don't even remember the names, but it's all that old country stuff.
Right.
So depending on if they do that, I would know some of the songs, but the other shit is just like new country. I couldn't tell
But
you.
it doesn't even fucking matter if you.
Oh no, I know. I'm not saying it would fit us at all anyway.
Right.
Either way, I'm just saying like I'd at least be familiar with some of the music.
Right. We're
I know nothing about country.
We're definitely a bit distracted, and the haircut definitely helped us out today because we're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on at K Rock.
Yep.
And Tim just ran over a piece of the production.
That's what he should have done with his fucking car.
But we were just handed this by Tim, who works for K Rock.
Yeah.
Which is turning into a country station sometime next week. We're supposedly going to know more after our Monday show.
Yeah, and we're supposed to still be there as the morning show, but it's kind of a weird mixture that doesn't really fit. We fit in a lot of different formats of music. I mean, you could put us in mornings on a classic rock station or a alternative station, but country is one of those that, I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about that one.
We're gonna have the coal miner's daughter giveaway. What the fuck are we?
Yeah,
gonna
I know.
do with
What
that
are we gonna
shit?
give away? Like the listeners to the station aren't gonna. Well, we're not giving away anything now anyway, so like it would matter.
Well, this is what
big
was
10-gallon hat.
Yeah, big ass prize barn.
This was sent over by
Tim.
By Tim.
Finally, a country station just for New York City. New York City. Introducing K-Country 92.3. Rise and shine with Opie and Anthony. And your favorite country hits all day long.
Oh, God.
How about a little country?
Rise and shine?
Yeah.
There's no rising and shining.
And if it's country, it should say get up.
Get up.
Get up and shine. Or in the history, the tradition of a true country marriage, rise
Jimmy, move.
and hide your shiner.
Hide your eyes.
Oh,
I don't want to get hit in the eyes,
the
Opie.
production.
That was the best production value thing Tim has done. It's for that.
Before we get to the line of the day, we're gonna meet Dexter. He's a puppy.
He's a dog.
We have a one sheet. Wait, before the big reveal, you can't just walk in with Dexter. That's not how radio works.
Where's Dexter?
Just walking in with Dexter. Got to give the big setup. Got a one sheet on Dexter. Sam, you want to read some of the bullet points on your one sheet for Dexter?
Jim, do you mind if I borrow yours?
Not at all, sweet potato.
Thank you. Well, this is Travis's booking, so I figured I'd get some fun facts.
Booking.
About Dexter, what he might want to talk about.
Where is Dexter going to be, by the way?
He'll be on this side. Don't worry.
Over there?
Yeah.
Well, you don't like
Hopefully
dogs?
in the paper shredder.
No. I just want to make sure everybody can see Dexter once Dexter comes in.
Steve ran in there. He was so disappointed. He said, "Oh, I thought it was Dexter." I misunderstood. Wrong way to.
That's okay.
They were laughing.
Steve Gay
That's all that
joke,
matters.
always funny.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, so Dexter today is promoting being an adorable puppy.
Okay.
He's a French bulldog.
Mm-hmm.
He is currently teething. Because of this, he loves playfully biting everything.
Okay.
Dexter gives lots of kisses to everyone.
Does Dexter do that?
Dexter loves kissing.
Why don't you get to the part where Dexter does when he smells peanut butter on somebody's fucking thin legs and small genitals?
Dexter hates wearing coats outside.
He does?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went through a fact checker on this. When Dexter goes to the bathroom outside, he gets a liver treat.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Like Jimmy.
Yes.
Yes. And that's what I give a fucking dominatrix when it hits the chest target area.
It's your liver treat.
Exactly. The hepatitis in my liver after I eat it.
By the way, we're in bonus time, so you can't complain about this part of our show.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
This is free stuff right now.
Oh,
what
no.
else there, Sam?
Well, interesting story, actually.
Yeah.
Recently, Dexter had a parasite, but he's taking medicine for it, and he's feeling much better now.
A parasite?
Yeah.
I can't wait till he comes in. We can see what kind of parasite it was.
No, it's invisible.
Is it a ringworm or something? Is it,
Just a little parasite.
Did you get rid of it? I'm having. He was licking my face before.
Yeah.
Oh, there's parasites on you now.
I have a dog parasite in my fucking intestines.
Don't worry, he's fine.
Dexter's very cute.
Dexter's ears are way too big.
No, they're perfect.
Way
actually.
too big.
Right?
Way too big. Let's
We'll
get the
fix that.
scissors out.
No.
What else to say about Dexter? This is amazing.
Well, Dexter is specifically playful. Like a lot of people say, it's a playful dog, but specifically Dexter is
Well,
playful.
I'd like to see a demonstration of some of this playfulness.
All right, get me
Specifically
get me
playful
some,
or especially?
Specifically.
All right, get me some Q-tips.
That's weird.
We'll
Doesn't
see how
quite work.
playful he is.
Specifically
It doesn't.
playful.
I'll stick with specifically.
Like what you wrote was specifically dumb. No, especially dumb.
Especially.
Are we done with the one sheet on Dexter?
Well,
and he has several chew toys that he enjoys playing with.
All right, do we have some?
is one a boot? Steel-tipped, preferably.
Do we have a drum roll or something for the big reveal?
Oh,
Yeah, we
wow.
do.
How
We
about
get to
cat
meet
noises?
Dexter for the first time. Hold on.
I've already met
Not
Dexter.
necessary, Sam.
Did you?
Yeah, he
and
fucking loves me.
Does he?
The animal kingdom.
Is it a he or a she?
Yeah, there's something
It's a
about
he.
the animal
Hey.
kingdom that just loves you.
They take to me.
Yeah, you should be in a horse video.
Horse gag, though. The other one looks too uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Should be in a horse.
Bob Kelly actually mentioned that Dexter reminds him of you.
Why?
I have no idea. He commented on one of his pictures.
It's funny because Orca reminds me of him.
Hey, by the way.
Yes.
I just want to ask Travis, how do you walk Dexter? Doesn't he, like, pull you around?
You mean, no, I have strong legs.
Oh, yeah.
You're a little small for a big dog like Dexter.
Dexter's not a big dog. He's still a puppy. And I have all the faith that I can handle him.
You can, huh?
Yes, I think so.
He doesn't pull you along?
No.
All right.
All right.
That's a pretty good gag if you saw how small Dexter was and
Yes.
how small Travis is. All right. Anyway.
Oh.
Here's the big reveal. We get to
Here's,
meet
the
Dexter
big
for the first
reveal.
time. Ladies and gentlemen,
There is little Dexter.
for the first time on Opie and Anthony.
And there is little Dexter. Well, give little Dexter to Travis.
Here's Dexter!
Oh, there he is.
All right. Line of the day.
All right, now get out.
Why don't you put Dexter on the console so we can all enjoy him
There's
instead of hogging him?
little
Just
Dexter.
don't let him fall off. Because he's rambunctious.
Well, he doesn't look specifically playful.
He also enjoys eating everything.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, he's teething, so he wants to bite everything.
Aw.
But we have a
How about
teething toy.
your throat?
No, that wouldn't be nice.
Oh, you have a teething toy.
Yes, we do.
Well, he doesn't seem to want to play with
Yeah,
it.
because he's interested in everything else.
Yeah.
He's an inquisitive dog.
He's just standing there doing nothing. I expected this very playful dog that was going to be doing a lot of playful
See, there's
stuff.
some kissing.
Well,
As mentioned on the one sheet.
oh, and the one sheet. Well, let me see. Yes, it is on the one sheet. Kissing is something.
Move your head, Travis.
Does it do anything else?
Could someone get me some prime rib? I need an excuse.
Oh boy, you remember Chester?
That's for the people that.
Oh, the poor dog heard
Chester,
the noise.
after Chester eats your dinner,
Yeah.
he got a liver treat too.
He's licking my warts. I know it smells like me, kid.
All right, the ears are a little large. What's that?
The
Aren't
ears are
they
actually
big?
perfect size.
Does he grow into those ears or what?
I've been told that they're perfect size.
Perfect
Oh,
size
really?
ears?
Yes. For a French
And
bulldog.
is this a pure
Adorable pup?
breed?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it is a pure breed.
How much was this?
Is there a price tag on that dog?
No, he was more than my new TV.
Stolen.
Oh, more than a new TV.
2,000.
$2,000 for that for a dog. That's a $2,000 dog.
Yes.
Look at his little cute eyes.
He was
Wow.
he was 25.
Oh,
2,500.
Yeah.
How big will he get?
He'll get between 15 and
There's-
30 pounds.
How big are the other bulldogs?
Right.
English bulldogs.
English bulldogs?
enough
How big
about
are
the
those?
dog.
Like about the same size. No, see, he likes to eat everything.
Unfortunately,
Oh.
Derek just told me from the other room, Dexter's people are telling us he's got to go.
Oh no!
So,
Oh, Dexter, we love you. Hey,
wow.
if you're in New York anytime, you just come back in.
Yeah, but
You have carte blanche to the show.
The publicist gave us a hard time. They're like, you can't ask him about mites or eating his own shit.
Well,
Oh, young fella.
Anything to
there's
add?
a little.
The microphone.
Anything else to add to this?
No, I don't think. Well, Jim wanted to see Dexter, so we brought him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. He's very cute.
Very
Look,
nice.
don't bite the wires, Dexter. Don't eat the wires.
Well, he's teething. That's what the one sheet said.
Yeah.
Very
In
good.
that.
Anthony. Specific.
Well, we'd love to have a little more time, but yeah, Dexter's people. You're Dexter's people.
You got Regis?
Yeah, he's got Regis to do. Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that what he's doing next?
He's on his adorable tour.
Oh, shut up.
And here's so Scotty Front is saying, and punt that
And-
fucking dog.
Oh, he's very
Oh,
cute.
oh.
You don't want to punt the dog. Where you going?
Let's see.
Where's
Look,
Dexter
Jamba
going?
Juice. He's exploring.
Yeah,
Get away
let's-
from my phone.
Can we smell his anus?
I have.
Ew. Did
Do whatever
smell
you want, Opie.
I did a nose brush against it, against the bung.
Against the bung.
Does it smell like fresh puppy?
Yeah, it's cute. It's like baby feet, except it's a dog asshole.
Ah, shit.
Dexter's a sweet boy. He's a sweet but simple.
Does Travis like Dexter?
Travis loves Dexter more than I thought he would, being a cat person.
Oh, yeah.
Throw
So it's really nice.
throw Travis under the bus right now. What does he do with Dexter that might be a little awkward to tell his friends?
Nothing really. I mean, other than like some severe cuddling.
Aww.
But
I love my
adorable.
puppy.
No, not my poster.
Oh, that's
Not my
great.
poster, Dexter. All right.
And what's the life expectancy of one of these?
About 10 years.
Oh,
if he
good.
eats my poster, 5 minutes.
So you get to, fall in love with it and hang out with it for 10 years, and then it dies on you.
Just
You
like
gotta
everything
love
in life,
animals.
Anthony.
Yeah.
You know, nothing stays.
I know. But, look at his little flat face.
I know, he's adorable.
What
see?
happened?
No, that's how they're made.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought maybe he ran into a wall. Okay.
All right, well.
I'm just waiting.
Like you said,
for
it's
him to
bonus
pee on the
show. Don't
console.
worry about it.
Line of the day is brought to you by SkiColoradoNow.com.
here.
For info on great deals on 26 world-class resorts and up to the minute snow.
I'm here.
Snow. Conditions, log on to SkiColoradoNow.com. Here's a runner-up line of the day.
The way that the movie's shot, there's no coverage, so they really have to prepare for each take.
Right.
And they got these rats, and the rats they only have memories that last like 10 minutes or something.
Wow, I wish chicks were like that. Who just?
Very good. The next runner-up.
Yes. That should have been,
And
top
that's how
priority.
you executive produce.
I guess we felt like bringing the average of the show down a bit, huh?
Wow.
We were doing too well there today.
I know.
Went from an A to a C+.
Oh, Dexter's in the pretzels. Look out.
Go ahead, you enjoy.
Mm.
Let me see, what's he doing? Is he toothing?
Oh, yeah.
Toothing. He's toothing.
Aw, Jimmy's feeding little Dexter.
Out of his
to
mouth.
Here's another runner-up line of the day.
You have any idea?
None.
None whatsoever?
None.
Jimmy?
I certainly don't.
Are either one of them retarded?
No on that.
All right.
You know how many reporters have said that when this show gets in trouble? Yeah, we go.
And finally, thanks to SkiColoradoNow.com, here's your line of the day.
Making his balls. Here comes line of the day. Line of the day.
Let's just say maybe it was similar to, you ever do a load of laundry and you have your white socks and you put it in with a red shirt, and the only thing that comes out of the washer is a red shirt and a bunch of pink socks. It's so annoying when that happens.
And that's how you executive produce.
I'm sorry, we scared the dog.
All right.
Oh.
Scared the dog.
Everyone have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll have more
Dexter?
Yeah.
more Dexter and more about this country bullshit that's going on.
More Dexter, more Gooder.
More good. And Jimmy, have fun at the Brigada down there in Atlantic City. Look at it.
Yeah, don't sniff his asshole.
Sniff his ass.
Jimmy.
Are we allowed to sniff his ass?
No, I don't want to sniff it. 'Cause I know,
Go ahead, Jimmy.
No, he'll probably force a log out just to teach me a lesson in humility.
Do you like your haircut, Jimmy?
I do.
Steve, get out
I
of the
like
way.
my new hairdo.
It's not bad.
It's a new
actually.
persona for me.
Doesn't look bad at all.
Now I'm going to get cut as soon as I get home.
Are you really?
And shower.
And shower?
Dexter.
All right, we got to get out of here.
Oh, Dexter.
All right, we'll see you
Oh, Dexter.
Monday.
Dexter.
Have more answers to the
Dexter,
K-Rock
what are you
thing.
doing, Dexter?
And Jimmy will kick ass at the Brigada.
Yeah.
We'll get all
this
the
Dexter's all over the pretzel.
we'll get all the stories on Monday's show.
Come here. Say his name to little
All right,
noise.
that's how we end.
Come here,
Jimmy
Dexter.
just playing with a stupid
Oh,
dog.
Dexter. Yeah, he likes his little head kissed. Dexter's had enough of me.
So does Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh, Dexter.
All right, let's just get out
Come here,
of here.
Dexter.
Our own Pat Duffy.
Pat Duffy.
This is a toothbrush
And combine these two.
Oh my God! Wait, what are we looking at? It's very strange.
It's dog shit that's been out in the yard with a couple grass clippings in it, perhaps a dung beetle or two, and I will brush my teeth with dog shit.
Oh shit!
Oh, he's brushing his teeth with dog shit. Oh, God damn. Oh.
Opie and Anthony.